Internet, I am Insane Lane, and welcome to Bad Erotica Book Club. Yes, I finally gave it a name of sorts. Just looking at trademarking that. It's been a hell of a week, and by that I mean the week has been hell. This week has utterly sucked. And that's saying something, given that I am not much of a summer person. Though it is not helping that about 5 days ago I could almost see my breath on my balcony, and then today it spikes up to 22. Like, thank God I finally did all my laundry yesterday, because it is time for the summer wardrobe. Like, tank tops and very light yoga pants is all I'm going to be wearing for months. Which reminds me I need to get more pants. Oh, for once I actually kind of remember what happened last week because it was so egregious. By that I mean Christian Grey finally gave in to his full stalker tendencies. He went the full range, and anyone who has read these books, because we get some new things in these ones because it's from his point of view. So anything that Anastasia didn't know about or didn't get directly told, which is everything, we're learning some new things. And he went the full stalker route, jogging by her apartment repeatedly and literally standing in a darkened doorway looking through her windows from across the street. It barely gets creepier than that. There's few things I would think of that would creep me out more than guy I just broke up with that I know to have stalker tendencies and to have no respect of other people's boundaries and to be relentless as well as a vicious sadist with very questionable consent issues. And the day after we break up, he is standing across the street, staring in my windows. Dear God, that would suck. And if you call the cops, they're not even going to do anything because he'll be gone by then. And two, he's rich and famous. So, and plus most places have virtually no stalking laws at all. So, a girl calling the cops and being like, oh, my ex is standing in the street across the road watching me through the windows. They're just going to tell you to close your curtains. There's nothing they can do, which sucks, and it shouldn't be like that. But that is how it is in a lot of places, way too many places. It really is. And that's something that I gotta say has not changed a lot in my lifetime. Like a lot of the lack of laws and the lack of, even in times where there are laws, the lack of enforcement of said laws is still quite huge. Like a lot of the police force, or certainly the court system, they don't understand stalking, or they do a lot of victim blaming. Like female celebrities get that a lot because they get a lot of stalkers. Taylor Swift has like 5. She has more than that, but she has 5 really dangerous ones, all of whom have been to jail repeatedly. One of whom has broken into her house repeatedly, and he's mentally ill and he keeps getting put in an institution for a while, but then they let him out and he does it again. He's followed her all over the world for years. And it's like, what do you do? Like, fortunately, she is rich and famous and can afford the best security, but also having to live like that has got to suck. Like, yes, fame, wealth, power, money, all good, but having to live under that level of security and scrutiny all the time and watching your every move, and it's got to be very limiting as well. That's something a lot of people who get into politics, like people who become president, they're like, it's extremely limiting. You can't go anywhere because it's a whole circus show every time you go anywhere. Like, you can't just go to the mall. You don't get to do things like that. So, it's very much it's an issue. But then worrying about the same crazy person year after year after year after year, like, wow. Like, no wonder some people are just like, I'm out. I can't take it. Take the fame. I've had it. Pull the Marilyn Monroe. But hopefully tonight goes well. I need a good night tonight. I had a really shitty week. Really, really shitty for a number of reasons. Some of which is my failing to control my temper a little bit. But I'm making progress on that. Actually, I'm getting better. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or maturing somehow, but I am getting better at controlling my temper, or at least knowing when to let it out and when not to. It's not foolproof. But I'm a lot less ragey than I used to be. Okay, all rise for the national anthem. Volume up.
If you're still struggling with consent, just imagine instead of initiating sex, you're making them a cup of tea. You say, "Hey, would you like a cup of tea?" And they go, "Oh my God, I would love a cup of tea, thank you." Then you know they want a cup of tea. If you say, "Hey, would you like a cup of tea?" And they're like, I'm not really sure. Then you can make them a cup of tea, or not, but be aware that they might not drink it. And if they don't drink it, then, and this is the important bit, don't make them drink it. Just because you made it doesn't mean you're entitled to watch them drink it. And if they say, "No thank you," then don't make them tea. At all. Just don't make them tea. Don't make them drink tea. Don't get annoyed at them for not wanting tea. They just don't want tea, okay? They might say, "Yes, please, that's kind of you." And then when the tea arrives, they actually don't want the tea at all. Sure, that's kind of annoying as you've gone to all the effort of making the tea, but they remain under no obligation to drink the tea. They did want tea, now they don't. Some people change their mind in the time it takes to boil the kettle, brew the tea, and add the milk. And it's okay for people to change their mind, and you are still not entitled to watch them drink it. And if they are unconscious, don't make them tea. Unconscious people don't want tea, and they can't answer the question, "Do you want tea?" because they're unconscious. Okay, maybe they were conscious when you asked them if they wanted tea, and they said yes, but in the time it took you to boil the kettle or brew the tea and add the milk, they are now unconscious. You should just put the tea down, make sure the unconscious person is safe, and this is the important part again, don't make them drink the tea. They said yes then, sure, but unconscious people don't want tea. If someone said yes to tea, started drinking it, and then passed out before they'd finished it, don't keep on pouring it down their throat. Take the tea away. Make sure they are safe, because unconscious people don't want tea. Trust me on this. If someone said yes to tea around your house last Saturday, that doesn't mean they want you to make them tea all the time. They don't want you to come around to their place unexpectedly and make them tea and force them to drink it, going, "But you wanted tea last week," or to wake up to find you pouring tea down their throat, going, "But you wanted tea last night." If you can understand how completely ludicrous it is to force people to have tea when they don't want tea, and you are able to understand when people don't want tea, then how hard is it to understand when it comes to sex? Whether it's tea or sex, consent is everything. And on that note, I'm going to make myself a cup of tea.
Yay. Hello, everyone. Alrighty. Let's introduce the ducks. We have Ralph, Charlotte, Steve, Paddington, Caspian, Inspector Clouseau, Dumbo, Sally, Bill, Xavier, Eloise, Pongo, Mitch, Sansu, Bob with two B's, Sasha, Bartholomew, Alex, Chuckles, Melman, Naruto, Jeremy DeWitt, and Cinemark. And we have the last two ducks. The last two ducks in this bag. They've never been out of this bag. They are available and yours to name for a $10 donation. For $25, I'll put on these very real handcuffs for 20 pages. And for $50, I will chug this glass of wine filled to this level. I will try to chug it in one go, but no promises. We have a new lighter tonight because my very reliable, I've loved it for a long time, trusty lighter broke into pieces. I flicked it and it fell apart. So yeah, I need to dispose of it safely because there's still fuel in it. So this is all I could get. It is a long weekend here, so a lot of things are already closed. And it's like peak barbecue season, so barbecue lighters are everywhere, and this was 99 cents. So that's why this is the current lighter. This is gonna suck for lighting my pipe later because it's a flame, but not a jet flame. So that's gonna be a problem. I'm not sure how well this is gonna work if we have to burn anything, but we'll find out. There is a full pitcher of water right here, just in case of emergency, because we do, in fact, practice safety. It also has a lock on it. When it is locked, cannot be pushed down, which I appreciate. I think that's actually a legal requirement on these kind of lighters here. So we have everything set up. I still feel like I forgot something. You know, it was one of those days where I was way ahead and then I was way behind. But mostly melting, but at least all of my laundry is done. Oh, and of course, the second I put all the towels on the bed to roll them up and put them where they go, I get like I get like one towel I'm starting to roll, and there's a kitty in the middle of all the towels, shedding like mad, white fur kitty on all my dark colored, freshly washed towels. And he doesn't he just tucks the little paws in and he's just like, what? Try to move me. Warm pile of towels. Try to move me. Yeah. Fortunately, after a couple hours, he decided that crawling inside the bag that had the laundry in it and was still warm and smelled like laundry was a good place to take a nap. Though he is trying to escape to the neighbors when I let him out on the balcony, but he knows I'm watching. So he's watching me in return and waiting till I'm literally looking the other way to try and fit through. But I also think he might not actually fit where I thought he would fit. I think he's too fat. Because he stuck his head through, but then didn't try to get the rest of him through. So I think he may not fit. So we might be good on no escaped kitty. No, unfortunately, he did learn that there is an outside sill to the window, and he jumped up in it, which I was surprised because he doesn't usually. But he has discovered that, and I saw him standing on the windowsill, and when he's standing on it, he's above the railing. If he's looking out, he's above the railing now. It's a wide space. But he could jump it. And I saw that look in his face for a minute of like, hey, I can get over that thing. And then the birds are out there and want the birdies. So now I'm afraid he's going to jump. But this is why he's not allowed out there alone. I don't trust him and he knows it. Well, we did get into the second book. We got about 10 pages in. So after he has gone full stalker, absolutely unquestioningly full stalker, nobody can say he is not a stalker after what he did, because he spent 3 days jogging and driving by her building, standing in the street, trying to catch a glimpse of her through the windows. Even he's called himself a stalker. So yes, he's a stalker. But he managed to convince her, because she is the dumbest, most naive person in the world, to accept a ride with him to Jose's art show. She has just gotten in the car. They have not met in 3 days. He spent those 3 days being an absolute asshole to everyone around him. Apparently, they both didn't eat, and he has done nothing but pine for her and scheme how to get her back. Offering her the ride was just an excuse to talk to her. So he picks her up at work, and the second she gets in the car, he's ragingly furious because a male coworker walked out the door behind her, and he was immediately grilling her on, like, who is that man? Why was he with you? Why was he near you? It's her boss, who we'll learn more about soon. But he then proceeds to tell her that she looks like hell. She's all dressed up for this art show, and he's like, "You look terrible. You haven't been eating." I, like I don't even know what I would do because A, I never would have accepted a ride from somebody I just broke up with ever. But I sure as fuck, if I found myself in that situation somehow, would have kicked him in the balls and gotten the hell out of the car and been like, "Fuck you, I'll find my own ride." Like, what are you doing, girl? Like you run away from him because you can't handle the sadism side and the beatings, but apparently him berating you and verbally abusing you and emotionally abusing you and treating you like garbage is okay. Like, why would you ever put up with him? Oh, and also this book is going to be really hard to find places to stop because as you can see, the chapters, which there's not, their date headers are huge. There's 4 of them that are over 90 pages. So we're just going to be stopping wherever we stop because there's no good place. Also, since they do get engaged in this one, it confirms once and for all that even at the most generous, they have known each other for about 35 days at the absolute most when they get engaged. And yet E.L. James has publicly criticized Disney for having their princesses fall in love and get married in like 3 days. Not saying Disney doesn't deserve the criticism. I'm just saying so does she. Okay, so they're in the car, driving to Portland to go to the art show. And keep in mind, he's offered to take her to an art show being hosted by a guy that he absolutely loathes. We've chased the dawn, Anastasia, now the dusk. I smile and am rewarded with a shy smile that illuminates her face. Hope stirs in my chest. I have her here when I thought all was lost, and she seems happier now than when she walked out of her office. Yes, because you're yelling at her again, and she apparently finds that a turn on. I might just be the free ride, but I'm going to try and enjoy every damn minute of this flight with her. Oh yeah, they're taking the helicopter. That's right. Okay, so they might be in the helicopter or going to the helicopter. I'm not sure. Dr. Flynn would be proud. Oh yeah, the therapist that told her go after him. That told the oh yeah, his world's worst therapist. He comes in second on my ranking list so far. Told him, "Well, have you tried pretending you're not a sadist and you don't have those needs and having a normal relationship?" Which was a revolutionary thought to him. So that's what he would like to do now. He just hasn't figured out a way to tell her yet. Because yeah, radically altering your personality and pretending your mental health disorders and the fallout from them doesn't exist is a really great basis for a relationship. It's not a recipe for disaster. I'm in the moment and I'm optimistic. I can do this. I can win her back. Because yes, she is a prize to be won in these books. Baby steps, Gray. Don't get ahead of yourself. As well as the evening sun, there's more to see this time, I say, interrupting the silence. Escala's over there, bowing there, and you can just see the Space Needle. Curious as ever, she cranes her slim neck to look. I've never been, she says. I'll take you. We can eat there. I heard it's a really good restaurant up there, but it is like ridiculously expensive. You have to book way, way ahead. The CN Tower here has something similar. I'm not sure if it has a restaurant anymore. I know it did at one point. It might not anymore, but you can hang off the edge of it. Christian, we broke up. I hear the dismay in her voice. This is not what I want to hear, but I try not to overreact. No, I've already done that. I know. I can still take you there and feed you. I give her a pointed look and she blushes a lovely pale rose. It's very beautiful up here, thank you. She changes the subject. Impressive, isn't it? I play along, and she's right. I never get tired of the views from up here. Impressive that you can do this. Her compliment surprises me. Flattery from you, Miss Steele? I'm a man of many talents. I'm fully aware of that, Mr. Gray, she responds tartly. I suppress a smirk, imagining what she's referring to. This is what I've missed. Her impertinence, disarming me at every turn. You're giving her way too much credit. Keep talking, Gray. How's the new job? Good, thank you. Interesting. What's your boss like? Oh, he's okay. She sounds less than enthusiastic about Jack Hyde. Has he tried anything with her? He thinks every guy, every single guy, is trying to get in her pants. It's only been proven true once. Of course, he also thinks every woman is hitting on and making eyes at him. Absolutely every single female that he encounters, he accuses of flirting with him. Like, it's really offensive. What's wrong? I want to know. Has that prick done anything inappropriate? I will fire his ass if he has. Aside from the obvious, nothing. The obvious? Oh, Christian, you really are very obtuse sometimes, she says with a playful disdain. Obtuse? Me? I'm not sure I appreciate your tone, Miss Steele. Well, don't then, she quips, pleased with herself. I like that she mocks and teases me. She has the ability to make me feel 2 feet tall or 10 feet tall with just a look or a smile. It's refreshing, and unlike anything I've known before. Why does it always have to be, oh, she's so different from all the other girls? Why is it always that? I missed your smart mouth, Anastasia. An image of her on her knees in front of me pops into my mind, and I shift in my seat. Shit, concentrate, Gray. She looks away, concealing her smile, and stares down at the suburbs passing beneath us while I check the heading. All is well. We're on track for Portland. She's quiet, and I steal the occasional glance at her. Her face is lit with curiosity and wonder as she gazes out at the landscape below in the opal sky. Her cheeks are soft and glowing in the evening light, and in spite of her pallor and the dark circles beneath her eyes, evidence of the suffering I've caused her, she's stunning. How could I have let her walk out of my life? What was I thinking? Well, it wasn't up to you. While we race above the clouds in our bubble, high in the sky, my optimism grows and the turmoil of the last week recedes. Slowly, I begin to relax, enjoying a serenity I've not felt since she left. I could get used to this. I'd forgotten how content I feel in her company, and it's refreshing to see my world through her eyes. But as we near our destination, my confidence falters. I hope to God that my plan works. I need to take her somewhere private. To dinner, maybe. Damn it, I should have booked a table somewhere. She needs feeding. Must he talk about her like she's a baby? Like, literally? Like, I need to feed the baby? Like, dude. And she was so writing the other series at the same time of this because they definitely, like, bleed into each other. Like, I'm not sure how much infantilizing I can take. If I get her to dinner, I'll just need to find the right words. These last few days have shown me that I need someone. I need her. I want her. But will she have me? Can I convince her to give me a second chance? Because, of course, she's the only girl in the world who could make him feel content. You know, it's not just basic human comfort of laying next to another person. Ow. It's no, it has to be her. She's the only one with the magical power to heal him with her virginness and extreme naivete, as well as having no sense of self preservation whatsoever. Time will tell, Gray. Just take it easy. Don't frighten her off again. It's actually good advice. We land on Portland's downtown helipad 15 minutes later. As I bring Charlie Tango's engines to idle and switch off the transponder, fuel, and radios, the uncertainty I've felt since I resolved to win her back resurfaces. I need to tell her how I feel. and that's going to be hard because I don't understand my feelings towards her. I know that I've missed her and that I've been miserable without her and that I'm willing to try a relationship her way. But will that be enough for her? Will it be enough for me? Talk to her, Gray. The voice in his head is really active. Once I've unbuckled my harness, I lean across to undo hers and catch a trace of her sweet fragrance. Oh, here we go. As ever, she smells good. Her eyes meet mine in a furtive glance, reveling in an inappropriate thought. What exactly is she thinking? As usual, I'd love to know, but I have no idea. Good trip, Miss Steele? Yes, thank you, Mr. Gray. Well, let's go to see the boys' photos. I open the door, jumping down, and hold my hand out for her. Joe, the manager of the helipad, is waiting to greet us. He's an antique, a veteran of the Korean War. How long ago was the Korean War? Wait, this is in 2011. Wait, I know my MASH. I know MASH. The Korean War, I believe, ended in 1953. This is set in 2011. And you had to be, I think, 18 to be a soldier. So that makes the guy running the helipad, let's be conservative. Let's say he was 18. He served like really briefly. Yeah, I'm gonna round that to 20 to make the math easier. That still means that this person in 2003 they would have been 70, and then so they're like he's like 77 or 78 years old, and he's running a helipad at night. I'm not sure that's such a great idea, but still as spry and acute as a man in his 50s. Nothing escapes his notice. His eyes light up as he gives me a craggy smile. Joe, keep her safe for Stefan. He'll be along around 8 or 9. Will do, Mr. Gray. Ma'am, your car's waiting downstairs, sir. Oh, and the elevator's out of order. You'll need to use the stairs. Oh my god. That would be they're probably on a building that's like 80 floors high. I'd be furious. Especially he's like wearing heels and a nice dress. You're gonna sweat. You're gonna ruin your makeup. Like, ugh. Thank you, Joe. As we head for the emergency stairwell, I eye Anastasia's high-heeled boots and remember her less than dignified fall into my office. Good thing for you, this is only 3 floors. In those heels. I hide my smile. How is a helipad only 3 floors? Are they saying after like 3 floors they're in the main building and there's a working elevator? I am confused. Don't you like the boots? She asks, looking down at her feet. The pleasing vision of them hooked over my shoulders springs to mind. I like them very much, Anastasia. I hope my expression doesn't betray my lascivious thoughts. You don't have any other thoughts. You have rage and horny. That's it. Come, we'll take it slow. I don't want you falling and breaking your neck. I'm thankful that the elevator is out of order. It gives me a plausible excuse to hold her. Putting my arm around her waist, I pull her to my side and we descend the stairs. In the car on the way to the gallery, my anxiety doubles. We're attending the opening of an exhibition by her so-called friend. The man who last time I saw him... I hear a puppy. Where are you? No, apparently he's attending to being a puppy. Puppy hears noise. Puppy goes to the door, sticks nose under the door. Sniff, 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 sniff. He just about inhaled the carpet the other day. I think somebody brought a dog for a visit and he had his nose like pressed into the carpet, just sniffing like crazy. Yes, I'm talking about you. Do you want up? Okay, what is with this routine now where I ask you if you want up, you roll over and go rub my belly, and I rub your belly, and then you jump up? Why are we doing this? Yeah, he just says belly. Belly, 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 okay? Belly, belly, belly. There's your belly. Okay? Rub the belly. All right, you want up? Come on, last chance. Come on, it's okay. Up, up. Come on, Bo. Up, up. Why are you confused? Come on, up. All right. Have it your way. Come on, up. You can do it. Up. He's feeling lazy. He'll get to it. It's okay. It's okay, good boy. Come on. All right, one more belly. He did get a lot of treats earlier. He might be a little fat. Come on, up, up. It's okay. Come on. Come on, up now. Come on, up. Bo, come on. No? What's the matter? Oh, he just wants to go in his crate with his puppy bed. He'll be back. You're okay. Why are you looking at me like you're in trouble? You're not in trouble. You're a good boy. Yes, you're a good boy and I love you. Yes, I love you. It's okay. Okay, you take your time. Okay, now he's pawing at my leg, going, let me up. Okay, no, you're not rolling over. Come on, up now. Bo, come on, up, up. Bo, you need to listen. Come on, up. Come on. Come on, you silly. What are you doing? Why do you just want all the belly today? Are you going to throw up? All right, come on, up. Oh, nope, here we go. I got him. Hello, he's here. Everyone say hello to the puppy. Of course, he hit the mute on my mic because he's really good at that. Hi, good boy. Yeah. Good boy. Yes. Yes. Good baby. You're so good. Yes. You're so good. He wants to lick me, but he knows he can't because I have my makeup on. Oh, I know. You want to cuddle so much. Yes, you do because you're a little baby. You're a little baby. Yes, you're baby. Baby doggy. Say hi, everyone. Hi. Never tried to eat a duck. Except for the times I got cut. Good baby. Yes, you are. Yes. Yes, you good baby. Yeah. Ear, you just have ears. Yes, we gotta trim one of your nails because he bit one of his nails off and now it's got a really sharp point on it, so every time he scratches his ear, he's yelping because he's hurting himself. Yeah. Gotta fix dodge. Really despises having. It's like the one thing, brat. Everything else he's good with, even having a bath. I mean, he will give you the face, like, why are you doing this to me face? But he sits there perfectly calm, and being blow dried is, like, the best thing that has ever happened to him in life. Like, he just absolutely melts and is the happiest dog in the entire world when he's being blow dried. Yes, there's just nothing better, is there? No. It's the best thing ever. The problem is he rolls over on his back and only wants it on his belly, so it's really hard to dry the parts that have the fur. Yes, because you don't understand that I'm trying to dry your fur. You're just like, oh my god, warm, warm on my belly. Put the warm on my belly. Yeah. Oh my god, how long have I been muted again? How did you do that again? How did you do that again when I'm trying to tell everyone how much you love being blow dried? After you're a good boy for your bath. But you only like it on your belly. Yes. Okay, we're gonna work on not hitting the mute button as much, okay? Can we do that? Can we try to do that? Yeah, he's just going, pay attention to me. He's just going, pay attention to me. Yes, he is, because I'm the doggy and I should have all the attention in the entire world. Because I'm the doggy. And I'm really important. I'm the important thing. Yes, I is. Okay. Okay. Quick belly rubs and say bye bye. Bye bye. Yes, I know. I know you don't like anyone touching your feet. Christian tell you that. My dog named Christian, not the one in the book. Yes, I love you. I love you, little baby. Okay? You want to go into your puppy bed and curl up? Hmm? Yeah, that's a good plan. Hmm. Can make your little oven superheat yourself. Hmm. Okay, yeah. You go snuggle. Oh, need to get you some water. He's got some, but I'm gonna have to refill that before I go to sleep. You're supposed to nudge it with your nose to let me know. He's very good at letting me know when his food bowl is empty, that's for sure. He pushes it around the kitchen so it scrapes on the floor and makes a racket. It's his way of going, feed me. Even though he just ate like the entire bowl, it's not allowed to be empty. There's probably dog hair all over me now. Putting my arm around her waist, I pull her to my side and we descend the stairs. In the car on the way to the gallery, my anxiety doubles. We're attending the exhibition of her exhibition by her so-called friend. The man who last time I saw him was trying to push his tongue into her mouth. Perhaps over the last few days they've talked. Perhaps this is a long anticipated rendezvous between them. No. Like, again, why is she even going to Jose's show? Like, after what he did, they would not be friends anymore. But, like, again, she's a complete blank slate with no self-defense skills. Hell, I hadn't considered that before. I sure hope it's not. Jose's just a friend, Anna explains. What, she knows what I'm thinking? Am I that obvious? Since when? Yes, since every time. Since every time he or any man is mentioned by her, you immediately go into a rage-filled nutty. So yeah, not hard to predict. And also, you just did it like 20 minutes ago over her boss. Since she stripped me of all my armor and I discovered that I needed her. She stares at me and my stomach tightens. Those beautiful eyes look too large for your face, Anastasia. Please tell me you'll eat. Yes, Christian, I'll eat. She sounds less than sincere. I mean it. Do you now? Again, not yours. Her voice is laced with sarcasm and I almost have to sit on my hands. Fuck this. It's time to declare myself. They didn't even make it to the and he wants to put her over his knee and spank her in the car because she's sassing him when he's being a jerk. Like, dude, nobody would be able to put up with him. Like, ever. I don't want to fight with you, Anastasia. I want you back and I want you healthy. I'm honored with her shocked, all eyes look. But nothing's changed. Her expression shifts to a frown. Oh, Anna, it has. There's been a seismic shift in me. Yeah, in 3 whole days, he's completely changed. Ladies, don't fall for this. Ever. We pull up at the gallery, and I have no time to explain before the show. Ugh. Let's talk on the way back. We're here. Before she can say she's not interested, I exit the car and walk around to her side and open the door. She looks mad as she climbs out. Well, yeah. Why do you do that? She exclaims, exasperated. Do what? Shit, what's this? Say something like that and just stop. That's it. That's why you're mad? Yes, because you don't bring that up and then you can't talk. Anastasia, we're here, where you want to be. Let's do this, then talk. I don't particularly want a scene in the street. Well, then you shouldn't have started. Oh, hello, nose. Okay, I thought there was like a spider on my leg. It was him. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was you. Why are you sniffing my leg? I thought you were on the couch being a puppy. She presses her lips together in a petulant pout, then gives me a begrudging okay. Taking her hand, I move swiftly into the gallery, and she scrambles behind me. The space is brightly lit and airy. It's one of those converted warehouses that are fashionable at the moment. All wood floors and brick walls. Hello. Okay, let's see if I can read while holding a puppy. Come on. No, but as soon as I tell him, like, come on, what do? You just lay down and go rub my belly. Rub my belly, rub my belly, rub my belly. Yes, you good boy. Okay, you need a nap. Yes, you're doing your I'm a baby and I need a nap thing. He's just jealous because he's not getting all of the attention right now because he knows I'm paying attention to the screen, which is not him, and therefore jealous. Yes. Yes, you're being jealous, little puppy, aren't you? Yes, you are. Going, no, I'm not. He's gonna paw my leg again in like 5 seconds. Portland's cognizant sip what? Portland's cognoscenti sip cheap wine. I'm not sure what this word is. COGNOSCENTI. Yeah, that's I went through the thesaurus and found a word. Sip cheap wine and chat in hushed tones as they admire the exhibition. A young woman greets us. Good evening and welcome to Jose Rodriguez's show. She stares at me. It's only skin deep, sweetheart. Look elsewhere. Dude, she's just the person greeting you. Not every woman wants you. Stop it. Hello. Hi. Hi, puppy doodle. Doodle, you want up? Yeah, come on. I got you. There we are. Yes, there we are. Mummy. Mummy. Why aren't you holding me properly? Okay, I'm just going to climb all the way up on you because I can. Oh, your paw is through the wire. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's how you broke like 5 pairs of these. No. No, no, no. Give me the paw. Give me the paw. Okay. Now, are you going to behave? You going to behave and let me try to read while you're on my lap? Mm-hmm. Can we try that? Hmm. Okay, your butt is going on the desk. Where's your foot? There's your foot. Okay. Didn't lose your foot. You've got your tail. Okay? You keep track of your tail. Squishy cuddle. And I got lipstick on the book. Yes, now you're going to find out that I can ignore you and hold you at the same time. Yes. Baby doggy. You're such a sucky little baby. Yes, you are. She's flustered but seems to recover when she spies Anastasia. Oh, it's you, Anna. We'll want your take on all this, too. She hands, excuse me, she hands her a brochure and points us towards the makeshift bar. Anna's brow furrows and that little V that I love forms above her nose. I want to kiss it like I've done before. You know her? I ask. She shakes her head and her frown deepens. I shrug. Well, this is Portland. Why do I have hiccups? What would you like to drink? I'll have a glass of white, thank you. As I head for the bar, I hear an exuberant shout. Anna! Turning, I see that boy has his arms wrapped around my girl. Again with the possessiveness. She doesn't belong to you. Hell. I can't hear what they're saying, but Anna closes her eyes, and for one horrible moment, I think she's going to burst into tears. But she remains composed as he holds her at arm's length, appraising her. Yeah, she's that thin because of me. Okay, seriously, how much weight could she possibly have lost in 3 days? I fight back my guilt, though it seems she's trying to reassure him. For his part, he looks really fucking interested in her. Too interested. Anger flares in my chest. She says he's just a friend, but it's obvious that he doesn't feel that way. He wants more. So what? Back off, buddy. She's mine. The work here is impressive, don't you think? A balding young man in a loud shirt sidetracks me. I've not looked around yet, I answer, and turn to the barman. Is this all you have? Yep, red or white, he says, sounding disinterested. 2 glasses of white wine, I grunt. I think you'll be impressed. Rodriguez has a unique eye. The irritating prick with the irritating shirt tells me. Tuning him out, I glance at Anna. She's staring at me, her eyes large and luminous. My blood thickens, and it's impossible to look away. Stop giving me I love you face. I still love you, okay? You're being cuddled, and you're being held, and you're being petted, and you're falling asleep because you're such a puppy, and you're so tired, and you just don't want to go to sleep because you want to be the center of attention. Yes, you're overdue for your evening nap, puppy. I think he's starting to figure out what day is Saturday. She's a beacon in the crowd, and I'm lost in her gaze. She looks sensational. Her hair frames her face and falls in a lush cascade to curl at her breasts. Her dress, looser than I remember, still hugs her curves. She might have worn it deliberately. She knows it's my favorite, doesn't she? Hot dress, hot boots. Fuck, control yourself, Gray. Like he's gonna try to bang her against the wall right here. Like, not that I put it past him. Rodriguez asks Anna a question and she's forced to break eye contact with me. I sense she's reluctant to do so, which is pleasing. But damn that boy's all perfect teeth, broad shoulders, and sharp suit. He's a good-looking son of a bitch. For a dope smoker, I'll give him that. Oh yeah, he's incredibly anti-drugs. She nods at something he says and gives him a warm, carefree smile. I'd like her to smile at me like that. He leans down and kisses her cheek. Fuck her. I glare at the bartender. Hurry up, man. He's taking an eternity to pour the wine. Incompetent fool. Yeah, he's probably a college student, working. Finally, he's finished. I grab the glasses, cold shoulder the young man beside me who's talking about another photographer or some such crap, and head back to Anna. At least Rodriguez has left her alone. She's lost in thought, contemplating one of his photographs. It's a landscape, a lake, and not without merit, I suppose. She glances up at me with a guarded expression as I hand her a glass. I take a quick sip from mine. Christ, it's disgusting. And warm, over oaked Chardonnay. Does it come up to scratch? She sounds amused, but I have no idea what she's referring to. The exhibition, the building, the wine, she clarifies. No, rarely does at these kind of events. I changed the subject. The boy's quite talented, isn't he? Why else do you think I asked him to take your portrait? Her pride in his work is obvious. You're gonna fall asleep on me, aren't you? Head on the shoulder. Yeah. Yeah. He's fighting to keep his eyes open like a baby. Her pride in his work is obvious. It irks me. She admires him and takes an interest in his success because she cares about him. She cares about him too much. Oh, dear Lord. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, but I have to reach for the highlighter. Oh, he's on my arm. Okay, not sure how this is gonna go. This is the worst highlighting job I've ever done. Okay, puppy. Yeah, I know I'm putting something on you. I'm sorry. I had to. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb you. I'm sorry. But when you're on my desk, I may have to use you as a desk, okay? Yes, you're so sleepy. I'm gonna put him down in a minute because he's really, really hot. An ugly emotion with a bitter sting rises in my chest. It's jealousy. A new feeling, one I've only ever felt around her, and I don't like it. I press X to doubt. Oh, that's close by. That's like right at my door. Christian Grey, a guy dressed like a vagrant, thrusts a camera in my face, interrupting my dark thoughts. Can I have a picture, sir? Damned paparazzi. I want to tell him to fuck off, but decide to be polite. I don't want Sam, my publicity guy, dealing with a press complaint. Sure. I reach out and pull Anna to my side. I want everyone to know she is mine, if she'll have me. Don't get ahead of yourself, Gray. The photographer takes a few snaps. Mr. Gray, thank you. At least he sounds appreciative. Miss, he asks her, wanting to know her name. Anna Steele, she answers shyly. Thank you, Miss Steele. He slithers off and Anna steps out of my grasp. I'm disappointed to let her go and my fist my hands to resist the urge to touch her again. She peers at me. I looked for pictures of you with dates on the internet. There aren't any. That's why Kate thought you were gay. That explains your inappropriate question. We're still doing this. We're still doing this. It is not an inappropriate question, and stop with the freaking homophobia shit. I was really hoping it wouldn't be in here. This better be the last time. I can't help smiling as I remember her awkwardness at our first meeting. Her lack of interview skills, her questions, "Are you gay, Mr. Cray?" And my annoyance. Oh, you want to go down? Okay, come here. Come here. Okay. Now you're going to go on your pillow and you're going to be a very good puppy. And you're going to curl up and take a nap, okay? Okay? Can we do that? You'll think about it? Okay, good boy. There we go. There we go, little baby. You are a good little baby sometimes. I know, mostly when I don't get you. A car had dog hair on my face. That seems so long ago. It was 1 month. Less than. It was like 26 days at this point. I shake my head and continue. No, I don't do dates, Anastasia. Only with you. But you know that. And I'd like many, many more. So you never took your. She lowers her voice and glances over her shoulder to check no one's listening. Subs out. She blanches at the word, embarrassed. Sometimes, not on dates. Shopping, you know. Those occasional trips were just a distraction, maybe a reward for good submissive behavior. The one woman I wanted to share more with is Anna. Just you, Anastasia, I whisper, and I want to plead my case. Ask her about my proposition and see how she feels, and if she will take me back. However, the gallery is too public a setting. Her cheeks turn that delicious pink color that I love, and she stares down at her hands. I hope it's because she likes what I'm saying, but I can't be sure. I need to get her out of here and on her own. You just got there. Then we can talk seriously and eat. The sooner we've seen the boys work, the sooner we can leave. Your friend here seems to be more of a landscape man, not portraits. Let's look around. I hold out my hand, and to my delight, she takes it. We stroll through the gallery, stopping briefly at each photograph. Though I resent the boy and the feelings he inspires in Anna, I have to admit he's quite good. We turn the corner and stop. There she is. 7 full-blown portraits of Anastasia Steele. She looks jaw-droppingly beautiful, natural, and relaxed. Laughing, scowling, pouting, pensive, amused, and in one of them, wistful and sad. As I scrutinize the detail in each photograph, I know without a shadow of a doubt that he wants to be much more than her friend. Seems I'm not the only one, I mutter. The photographs are his homage to her, his love letters, and they're all over the gallery walls for any random asshole to go. This is where I'm amazed he doesn't pull out a pocket knife and start slashing them. Like, could we really put it past him? Itchy. Anne is staring at them in stunned silence, as surprised as I am to see them. Well, there's no way anyone else is having these. I want the pictures. I hope they're for sale. Excuse me. I abandon Anna for a moment and head to the reception desk. May I help you? The woman who greeted us when we arrived asks. Ignoring her fluttering lashes and provocative, overly red smile, I inquire. The 7 portraits you have hanging at the back, are they for sale? A look of disappointment flits across her face, but she resolves into a broad smile. The Anastasia collection. Stunning work. Stunning model. Of course they're for sale. Let me check the prices. Well, yeah, it's a gallery show. Usually everything being shown is for sale. Yes, you're on my leg again. What did I say about having a nap? Okay. I'm sorry, but you can't keep interrupting. He's going, yes, I can. You're so sleepy. He's putting his head on my leg, going to sleep. Yes, you just want to be a sucky, cuddly baby. And you're jealous that I'm talking to other people, even though you don't understand. No. Little cuddle bug. Yes, you're adorable and I love you. Yes, you're adorable and I love you and your big floppy ears. Let me check the prices, she gushes. I want them all. I reach for my wallet. All of them? She sounds surprised. Yes, irritating woman. The collection is $14,000. I'd like them delivered as soon as possible. But they're due to hang for the duration of the exhibit, she says. Unacceptable. I give her my full kilowatt smile and she adds, flustered, but I'm sure we can arrange something. She fumbles with my credit card as she swipes it. When I return to Anna, I find a blonde dude chatting with her, trying his luck. These photographs are terrific, he says. I place a territorial hand on her elbow and give him my best fuck off now, Claire. You're a lucky guy, he adds, taking a step back. Oh, he's already got that down. Like, God, living with him would be a nightmare. That I am, I answer, dismissing him as I usher Anna over to the wall. Did you just buy one of these? Anna nods towards the portraits. One of these? I scoff. One? Are you serious? You bought more than one. I bought them all, Anastasia. How do you not know that? How do you not know that's what he's gonna do? He couldn't possibly do anything else. Unless he takes out a lighter and sets them on fire right now and goes, hey, I own them, I can do what I want. Technically true. And I know I sound condescending, but the thought of someone else owning and enjoying these photographs is out of the question. What are you gonna do when the picture of her is in the paper tomorrow? What, like buy the paper and recall every print? What? Her lips part in astonishment, and I try not to let it distract me. I don't want some stranger ogling you in the privacy of their home. You'd rather it was you, she counters. Her response, though unexpected, is entertaining. She's admonishing me. Frankly, yes, I respond in kind. Pervert, she mouths and bites her lip. I suspect to suppress a laugh. Lord, she's challenging and funny and right. Nope. Can't argue with that assessment, Anastasia. I'd discuss it further with you, but I've signed an NDA. With a hoity look, she turns and studies the pictures once more. And she's doing it again, laughing at me and trivializing my lifestyle. Christ, I'd like to put her in her place, preferably under me or on her knees. That's a statement! Put her in her place, preferably under me or on her knees, because that's not just gross and sexist and all the other things. I lean in closer and whisper, what I'd like to do to your smart mouth. You're very rude. She's scandalized, her expression prim, while the tips of her ears turn a fetching pink. Oh, maybe that's old news. I glance back at the pictures. You look very relaxed in these photographs, Anastasia. I don't see you like that very often. We're just hand waving the fact that, like, Jose didn't have her permission to show any of these. Or maybe James retconned it and was like, no, he had her permission somehow, even though she's really shy and would never have agreed to it. She examines her fingers once more, hesitating as if she's contemplating what to say. I don't know what she's thinking, so reaching forward, I tilt her head up. She gasps as my fingers make contact with her chin. Again, that sound. I feel it in my groin. Wow. Wow, we made it like 8 whole pages before he mentioned his dick. That's a record. I want you that relaxed with me. I sound hopeful. Damn it, too hopeful. You have to stop intimidating me if you want that, she retorts, surprising me with her depth of feeling. You have to learn to communicate and tell me how you feel, I snap back. She did, and you lost it. Every time she does tell him how he feels, he either tell him how she feels. He either tells her that's not how you really feel, you just don't know how you feel, or like manipulates her out of feeling that way in like a bad way and not a supportive way. We can see one ear for a second. Yes, there's a dog right here. Again. I thought you were getting snuggly on the couch. Hmm? Did the kitty do something? Hmm? The two of you can actually share the couch, you know. It is big enough for 2 small pets. Usual arrangement is he goes on the seat in the corner and the kitty takes the back of the couch in the middle. Yes, I love you. Okay. Down we go, little baby. Good baby. Good boy. Shh. Shit, are we doing this here now? I want to do this in private. She clears her throat and draws herself up to her full height. Christian, you wanted me as a submissive, she says, keeping her voice down. That's where the problem lies. It's in the definition of a submissive. You emailed it to me once. She pauses, glaring at me. I think the synonyms were, and I quote, compliant, pliable, amiable, passive, tractable, resigned, patient, docile, tame, subdued. I wasn't supposed to look at you, not talk to you unless you gave me permission to do so. What do you expect? We need to discuss this in private. Why is she doing this here? Because you keep pushing her. It's very confusing being with you, she continues, in full flow. You don't want me to defy you, but then you like my smart mouth. You want obedience except when you don't so that you can punish me. Boom! This may be her smartest moment, but absolutely 100% correct. I just don't know which way is up when I'm with you. Yeah, that's deliberate, honey. That's how he controls people. Okay, I can see that could be confusing. However, I do not want to discuss it here. We need to leave. Good point, well made as usual, Miss Steele. My tone is arctic. Come on, let's go eat. We've only been here for half an hour. You've seen the photos, you've spoken to the boy. His name is Jose, she asserts louder this time. You've spoken to Jose, the man who, if I'm not mistaken, was trying to push his tongue into your mouth the last time I met him, while you were drunk and ill. I grit my teeth. He's never hit me, she retaliates with fury in her eyes. What the hell? She does want to do this now. What did you expect? What did you expect? What did you expect? Of course, I know the answer to that. I can't believe it. She fucking asked me how bad it could get. Yeah, but you also knew that she wasn't ready for it and that you shouldn't do it, and then you did it anyway, and you want to act all shocked that you got exactly the outcome you predicted. Anger erupts like Mount St. Helens deep in my chest. That's a low blow, Anastasia. No, it's perfectly appropriate. I'm seething. Her face reddens, and I don't know if it's from embarrassment or anger. I run my hands through my hair to prevent myself from grabbing her and dragging her outside so we can continue this discussion in private. I take a deep breath. I'm taking you for something to eat. You're fading away in front of me. Yeah, right. Find the boy and say goodbye. My tone is clipped as I struggle to control my temper, but she doesn't move. Please, can we stay longer? Why are you asking? Why are you asking? Tell him you want to leave, leave. I am staying. I will find my own ride home. Like, you're not together at this point. You don't have to go along with his bullshit. And even if you are together, you still don't have to go along with his bullshit. You want to stay, stay. No. Go now. Say goodbye. I manage not to shout. I recognize that stubborn, mulish set to her mouth. She's mad as hell, and in spite of all I've been through over the last few days, I don't give a shit. Yeah, see how he hasn't changed at all? We are leaving if I have to pick her up and carry her, which she later does. She gives me a withering look and turns with a sharp spin, her hair flying so that it hits my shoulder. She stalks off to find him. As she moves away, I struggle to recover my equilibrium. What is it about her that presses all of my buttons? I want to scold her, spank her, and fuck her. Here, now, and in that order. I scan the room. The boy, no, Rodriguez, is standing with a flock of female admirers. He noticed, excuse, what is with the hiccups? He notices Anna and forgets his fans. Forgetting his fans, he greets her like she's the center of his whole goddamn universe. Like, he listens intently to everything she has to say, then sweeps her into his arms, spinning her around. Get your fat paws off my girl. She glances at me and then weaves her hands into his hair and presses her cheek to his and whispers something in his ear. They continue talking, close, his arms around her, and he's basking in her fucking light. Like she's literally glowing like a fucking angel. Like, come on. Before I'm even aware that I'm doing it, I'm striding over, ready to rip him limb from limb. Fortunately for him, he releases her as I approach. Don't be a stranger, Anna. Oh, Mr. Gray, good evening. The boy mumbles, sheepish and a little intimidated. Mr. Rodriguez, very impressive. I'm sorry we can't stay longer, but we need to head back to Seattle. Anastasia, I take her hand. Bye, Jose. Congratulations again. Like, God, if your friend showed up on, like, the biggest night of your life and left after, like, 30 minutes, you'd be devastated. She leans away from me, gives Rodriguez a tender kiss on his reddening cheek, and I'm going to have a coronary. It takes all my self-control not to haul her over my shoulder. Instead, I drag her by the hand to the front door and out onto the street. She's stumbling behind me, trying to keep up, but I don't care. Okay! Should have probably whipped this out earlier, but let's just, yeah. Oh, and yes, I forgot to wash this. And the puppy pillow, damn it. Okay, I may do a special load of laundry. I don't think this will bleed. And even if it bleeds on the puppy pillow, he will not care. Because he will be too busy sulking that I washed it. I always get such a resentful look from him, like, excuse me, I have spent the last month making that pillow absolutely disgusting and filthy just the way I wanted it. It's like, yeah, that's why it got washed. And I should do that tomorrow. It'll be dead. Right now, I just want to. There's an alley. I hurry us into it, and before I know what I'm doing, I've pressed her against the wall. Ew, disgusting alley wall. I grab her face between my hands, pinning her body with mine as rage and desire mixed in my heady, explosive cocktail. I capture her lips with mine and our teeth clash. But then my tongue is in her mouth. She tastes of cheap wine and delicious sweet, sweet Anna. Okay, he is doing the exact thing that Jose did, except she's not drunk right now. In the exception when she's around him, she is not drunk and he's not had the chance to roofie her unless he put something in the wine, which is entirely possible actually now that I think about it. But he literally has dragged her outside, out of her friend's photo exhibit, has now dragged her into an alley and slammed her against the wall and is sticking his tongue down her throat without consent or permission. Because he did not ask and they are not dating right now. So there you go, people who claim he's not a rapist and he doesn't essay her. Yes, he does. And this completely is. Even in the movie, because this scene is in the movie, even in the movie, this scene is highly, like, controversial. You know, and that's one of the scenes they could leave in. There's so many scenes they had to leave out because they were just clearly would never have passed. But, like, dude, you're doing the exact thing that you hate the boy for doing. You're doing that thing. Oh, this mouth. I have missed this mouth. She ignites around me. Her fingers are in my hair, pulling hard. She moans into my mouth, giving me more access, and she's kissing me back. Her passion unleashed, her tongue entwined with mine. Tasting, taking, giving. Yeah, because she's perpetually horny as well. Her hunger is unexpected. Desire burns through my body like a forest fire licking through dry tinder. I'm so aroused. I want her here, now, in this alley. But what I intended as a punishing "I own you" kiss becomes something else. So at least what is an "I own you" kiss? There's a thing that should not be a phrase. This should so not be a phrase. Like, come on. Like, this is the perpetual thing. This is the thing with him from here on out, is he's claiming that he's changed even though he hasn't. He hasn't changed at all. Neither his behavior nor his thinking have changed. If anything, he gets more aggressive and more from a sense of ownership. Like, what, seriously, what in the fuck is an I own you kiss? Like, you don't own her, she's not yours. You haven't even asked her to get back together yet, and you're doing the thing that you hate Jose for doing. Oh yeah, that was definitely written to be a sexy line. Licking, yeah, that you did not have to use that word. Oh, ow. Oh. Oh, and just to throw out a random thing, I found a really old fanfic of mine, the only one I've ever posted so far. Wrote it a long time ago about an episode of Angel called Billy, and link is in the Discord under the fanfic tab. Read tags appropriately. But I wrote that in like 2003 or something. It was a long, long time ago. And it's still better than this. Oh, also, hello, Sasha. Oh, I got lipstick fingerprint on the book. She wants this too. She's missed this too. And it's more than arousing. I groan in response, undone. Does that mean he just came in his boxers? Because I think it might. With one hand, I hold her at the nape of her neck as we kiss. My free hand travels down her body, and I reacquaint myself with her curves. Her breast, her waist, her ass, her thigh. She moans as my fingers find the hem of her dress and start to tug it higher. Okay, ew, you're in a filthy alleyway. Ew. My goal is to pull it up, fuck her here, make her mine again. You haven't gotten to the asking if she wants to date you again part yet? The feel of her. It's intoxicating, and I want her like I've never wanted her before. In the distance and through the fog of my lust, I hear a police siren wail. No, no, Gray, not like this. Get a grip. Yeah, all those, they're right, not like this, and yeah, back off. I pull back, gazing down at her, and I'm panting and mad as hell. You are mine. I growl and push myself away from her. No, she's not, you fucking asshole! I need a drink. I need a drink. I need a drink. I need a drink. Also, I'm getting the absolute worst feeling. There is a vampire book series that I very much love. They're so much better written than this or Twilight, and they predate Twilight. Um, they are called the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. I'm way behind in them. But I've read the first like 8 or 9. There's a lot of them. And I think E.L. James may have read them. Or at least some of them, because the growling and the possessiveness, there's something in there in with the vampires in that. They are the Black Dagger Brotherhood. They are vampires, and so are their mates, and they each book is what centers around one of the brothers, and you get their backstory and how they join the brotherhood, and it centers around them finding their mate for life. They live to be about like 400, I think. It's been a long time since I read them. And they get this possessiveness thing when they find the right mate. They they will growl at any other male because they have like a very animalistic side, and they will growl at another male that gets too close to their mate, and they feel like very possessive. However, They don't say it out loud and they don't act like jerks. And if they get rejected, they actually go away. And none of them has ever essayed or graped anyone. Though those subjects do come up. They're handled way better than this. Like seriously, if somebody literally dragged me out of an art show, dragged me into an alley, slammed me against the wall, stuck their tongue down my throat, and then growled at me, "You are mine," I'd be flagging down that cop car. I push myself away from her as my reason returns. For the love of God, Anna. I bend over, hands on my knees, trying to catch my breath and calm my raging body. I'm painfully hard for her right now. I still want to know if that's a real thing. Has anyone ever affected me like this? Ever. Christ, I nearly fucked her in a back alley. This is jealousy. This is what it feels like. My insides gutted and raw, my self control absent. I question his level of self control. For all we're told about, he's learned so much self control, we don't see it. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Well, then don't give in and act on it. I'm sorry, she says, hoarse. You should be. I know what you're doing. Do you want the photographer, Anastasia? He obviously has feelings for you. You son of a bitch. Like, now he's accusing her of, like, playing head games with him by, like, flirting with Jose in front of him. You obnoxious douchebag. No. Her voice is soft and breathless. He's just a friend. At least she sounds contrite, and it goes some way towards pacifying me. She is always apologizing to him. She apologizes to him for existing. Like, God, it's so sick. Like, I'm actually queasy right now. And I actually remembered to, like, eat a good meal and drink a lot of water before this. Because I'm gonna be drinking a lot of this. Ugh, give anything to chug right now. Ugh. Stretch. Shoulders. Oh, I inquired when the pool that's here is going to be open. Late June. Because it's public. Well, it's not public. You have to live here, but you can bring friends. Because it is, like, open to people, it has to be inspected every year. And they always wait until, like, fucking May to call. You gotta call in, like, February to book that if you want to be early on the list. But I think there's some repair work to be done. Get this though, when they said late June, I was like, "What's the problem with it?" And I got told, "Oh, there's no problem. We just have to fix it." You just said there's no problem. What are you fixing? It was such an earworm going on. I discovered the Taylor Swift song "Wildest Dreams" like yesterday on a short of Hannibal and Will. Somebody caught there's a look quite early on in the series between them that comes to mean more later. And somebody put that song over the look, and it was just perfect. So I was like, yeah, I saw that look too. Is the reason they are one of the most shipped couples in like any TV series. That in the moment when Will's leaning against the ladder in Lecter's office, it's the gayest moment. Because they both knew it. They both knew that that was the subtext in a lot of the early scenes. So they played it up, and more power to them because they do it amazingly. It's so subtle. And later, there's a conversation that's possibly one of the best written conversations I've ever heard. It's between Hannibal and another serial killer that they come across, and it's three conversations in one. And they're all absolutely perfect. Uh, don't sing the song, don't sing the song, don't sing the song. I've spent all my adult life trying to avoid any extreme emotion. Yet you bring out feelings in me that are completely alien. It's very. Words fail me, and I cannot find the vocabulary to describe how I feel. I'm out of control and at a loss. Unsettling is the best I can manage. I like control, Anna, and around you that just. I stand and look down at her. Evaporates. Her eyes are wide with carnal promise, and her hair is mussed and sexy, falling to her breasts. I rub the back of my neck, thankful I've recovered some semblance of self control. See how I am around you, Hannah? See? Again, he's blaming her because he can't control himself. He is slut shaming the woman that he supposedly loves. And this is the kind of bullshit I fucking hate most of all. By basically pretending that men are just like wild animals, basically, who if a woman like shows too much skin or flirts with them or makes eye contact, they just can't help themselves, and they might do what he just did and slam them against an alley wall and force their tongue down their throat because men just can't help themselves if you flirt with them. Yeah, they fucking can. And it's utterly disgusting that many men are raised that they are not responsible for doing things like that. And it's like, no, it's not okay. I don't care what the organized religion you were raised in says. You are expected to control yourself, and yes, you can. And I don't care if a woman walks in front of you naked. Doesn't give you the right to touch. I run my hand through my hair, taking deep thought-clearing breaths. I grab her hand. Come, we need to talk. Before I fuck you, you need to eat. There's a restaurant close to the alley. It's not what I would have chosen for a reunion, if that's what this is, but it will suffice. I don't have long, as Taylor will be arriving soon. What did you like tell him ahead of time we're only going to be out for an hour? I open the door for her. This place will have to do. We don't have much time. The restaurant looks like it caters to the gallery crowd and maybe students. Well, it's next to a gallery, so yeah, I would say they would go for the business. It's like it's ironic that the walls are painted the same color as my playroom. What? What diner is going to have like deep red walls? That's not an inviting or like appetite stimulating color. And yes, they've done studies on that, on what colors make people hungry. Of course, they've also done studies on what flavors of dog and cat food dog and cats prefer. And I've always wanted to watch how that goes because there's like so many variables. Like the dog cannot tell you, "Oh yeah, I like bowl number 3 better than bowl number 4." For all you know, they just got to bowl number 3 first and they were hungry, so they ate all of that, and by the time they got to bowl number 4, they weren't that hungry anymore, so they didn't eat that much, even if they like it better. It's a dog. And whereas cats will sniff every bowl and then eat the one they hate the second least just to fuck with you, 'cause cats. But I don't dwell on the thought. The obsequious waiter leads us to a secluded table. He's all smiles for Anastasia. Stop it. I glance at the chalkboard menu on the wall and decide to order before the waiter retreats, letting him know we're tight for time. So we'll each have a sirloin steak cooked medium, béarnaise sauce if you have it, fries, and green vegetables, whatever the chef has. And bring me the wine list. Okay, ordering for her without her consent. You don't even know if she likes anything you just said. Like, if somebody orders a steak for me, I'm interrupting because I don't like steak. And I don't know what béarnaise sauce actually is. I think somewhere in the back of my head I do, and I probably like it. But I have food allergies. I have to ask a billion questions if I go out to a restaurant. Which, by the way, some people get offended by that, which surprised the hell out of me the first time it happened. I was out with a group of people after church. We went out for Sunday lunch, and it was to a place I didn't know, so I didn't know what was safe on the menu, so I had to ask questions, and I asked for the binder that restaurants are required to have that, lists every dish and every single ingredient of every list, including known allergens. I always have to check the ingredients anyway because mine's not some of mine are too obscure to be on that list, and some of the people that I was with were utterly, like, embarrassed that I asked for that binder and I was checking the things that I was interested in. They were, like, really, really uncomfortable and did not make a secret of that, and I did not understand it then, I don't understand it now. Like, why are you embarrassed that I'm asking what's in the food? Because I'm allergic to things, I need to be safe. Do we see the puppy head? Do we see him? Do we see his little head? Yes, I'm talking about you. Yes, I'm talking about you. And your little nose and your big eyes. Yes. You need a nap so I can tell by looking at him he's exhausted. You are so tired and you're just being a stubborn little baby. You got such good treats today. He got pieces of chicken today. That is ambrosia to him. What's Sasha's favorite people food? Like, if she could have anything that mommy can make, what would she go for if she got to request? Would it just be meat? A steak dipped in peanut butter. Oh, so what kind of like a diner has a wine list? Like, would they? Uh, oh, okay. I'm remembering this is in America where anywhere can sell alcohol. Yeah, because like here, a place like that would not have a liquor license at all. They wouldn't even have beer. But again, America. Certainly, sir, he says and rushes off. Hannah purses her lips, annoyed. What now? And if I don't like steak, you should have said something. Like, what's stopping you? Like, this is what's annoying about her. She says she doesn't want to live with all his crazy rules or follow them, and yet she does. You know, you had a chance to say something. Say something. Don't start, Anastasia. I'm not a child, Christian. Well, stop acting like one. I'm a child because I don't like steak. She doesn't hide her petulance. Dude, you're being such an asshole. No, for deliberately making me jealous. It's a childish thing to do. Have you no regard for your friend's feelings leading him on like that? Okay, that is what Bella Swan needed to be told in New Moon entirely because she does completely like lead Jacob on in that movie and that's where this scene is coming from no doubt. But like dude, you don't know that she was doing anything to make you deliberately jealous. The fact that you are a green-eyed monster and a walking rage machine and incredibly stupid and immature is not her fault. But again, everything is her fault all the time, and she just accepts it. Like, I've had screaming matches with members of my family that have lasted 8 straight hours because I will not be treated like that. I'm not saying it ever accomplished anything, but I'm saying I didn't take the crap or being treated Like everything was my fault, even things that happened when I wasn't even in the house. Like, you ever get that? You ever come in the door and you immediately just start getting screamed at by like 5 people for something that happened when you weren't even there that has nothing whatsoever to do with you and that you had nothing to do with, that something that somebody else did, but somehow you're getting blamed for it. And it's like, well, you put the idea in their head or they wouldn't have done it if you didn't this. None of which is true. But, because I don't just accept it and I push back at them, that's why we fight like fucking demons when we're together, which is why we're not together. Her cheeks pink and she examines her hands. Yes, you should be embarrassed. You're confusing him. Even I can say that. Is that what she's doing to me? Leading me on? Paranoid much? In the time we've been apart, maybe she's finally recognized she has power. Power over me. Yeah, that remains to be seen. The waiter returns with the wine list, giving me a chance to regain my cool. For what, it's like the fourth time he's needed to regain his cool in like 5 minutes. The selection is average, only one drinkable wine on the menu. I glance at Anastasia, who looks like she's sulking. I know that look. Perhaps she wanted to select her own meal, and I can't resist toying with her, aware that she has little knowledge of wine. Okay, she's already pissed off at you. And like in a pissy mood because you're being a dick and you decide to provoke her. Like, I'm gonna need this a lot because that is just a terrible. Like, it's so immature, but it also proves that he is exactly like the socio and psychopath that the character has oft been accused of being. Would you like to choose the wine? I ask, and I know I sound sarcastic. You choose. She presses her lips together. Yeah, don't play games with me, baby. Fuck you right here. Fuck you so hard. Right fucking here. Fuck you. 2 glasses of the Barossa Valley Shiraz, please. I've never heard of this. I say to the waiter, who's hovering. We only sell that wine by the bottle, sir. A bottle, then. You stupid prick. At least he kept that in his head. Sir, he retreats. You're very grumpy, she says, no doubt feeling sorry for the waiter. I wonder why that is. I keep my expression neutral, but even to my own ears, I'm now sounding childish. There's a reason for that! Well, it's good to set the right tone for an intimate and honest discussion about the future, wouldn't you say? She gives me a saccharine smile. Oh, tit for tat, Miss Steele. She's called me out again, and I have to admire her nerve. I realize our bickering will get us nowhere. And I'm being an ass. Ding ding ding, ding ding ding, ding ding ding. Yeah, I'm highlighting the I'm being an ass line. I'm gonna go back and highlight a couple others later too. Don't blow this deal, Gray. Yes, because everything is business that he never spends any time doing. Seems to know very little about because he's very reckless about it. I'm sorry, I say because she's right. Apology accepted, and I'm pleased to inform you I haven't decided to become a vegetarian since we last ate. Since that was the last time you ate, I think it's a moot point. There's that word again. Moot. Moot, I mouth. That word indeed. I remember the last time I used it while discussing our arrangement on Saturday morning. The day my world fell apart. Fuck, don't think about that. Man up, Gray. Tell her what you want. Anna, the last time we spoke, you left me. I'm a little nervous, and I've told you I want you back, and you've said nothing. She bites her lip as the color drains from her face. Oh no. I've missed you. Really missed you, Christian, she says quietly. The past few days have been difficult. Yeah, the first couple days after any breakup is bad, and of course your instinct is you want to get back with the person because you want everything to go back to the happy that it was or that you thought it was. But it's gone. It's not coming back. Even if you do eventually get back together with that person, it is going to be different than it was before. Yes, there's a head on my lap. Okay, Bo, you were snuggled on the couch. Why did you come back? Huh? Is the kitty being mean to you? Don't know you're a puppy? Yeah, he says, I don't know. I'm a puppy. Pet my ears. Difficult is an understatement. She swallows and takes a steadying breath. This doesn't sound good. Perhaps my behavior over the last hour has finally driven her away. It certainly should have. I tense. Where is she going with this? Nothing's changed. I can't be what you want me to be. Her expression is bleak. No, no, no. You are what I want you to be. You're everything I want you to be. No, Christian, I'm not. Oh, baby, please believe me. You're upset because of what happened last time. I behaved stupidly. And you. So did you. Why didn't you safe word Anastasia? Maybe because things happened quickly and she didn't get the chance. Or maybe she was too overwhelmed to remember words in that moment. Like he said himself, he knew that it would be way too much for her. He knew that it could break her. It did. She looks up at me surprised as if this is something she hasn't considered. Answer me, I urge. This has haunted me. Why didn't you safe word Anastasia? She wilts in her seat, sad, defeated. I don't know, she whispers. Yeah, because she's not experienced enough. That's why. That's what it is. Because using safe words is difficult for some people. Because they don't want to risk their Dom getting mad over it, which he gets mad over everything. So it's reasonable to assume he would have been furious and possibly done worse if she told him to really stop. I get that. And again, getting the mentality that you have a safe word in your head when doing a scene or doing a punishment it's hard. It's hard. It takes experience. It takes practice. What? What? I'm rendered speechless. I've been in hell because she didn't safe word. But before I recover, words tumble from her mouth, soft and quiet as if she's in a confessional, as if she's ashamed. I was overwhelmed. Duh! Did I fucking call that or what? I was trying to be what you wanted me to be, trying to deal with the pain, and it went out of my mind. Yup, that's exactly what happens. It's exactly what happens. That's why you don't do this to inexperienced people. Will you stop? All right, you get one more cuddle, and then I will put you in your puppy bed myself. Come on, up. Yes, come on. Up, up. Oh, now you want belly. Now you want belly. You're pawing at my leg. Go and pick me up. And then you want your belly. Up. Come on. Up, up. Come on, you can do it. Come on, Bo, you can do it. Yeah, you think you're in trouble. No, you're not in trouble, little baby. Okay? Can you please just curl up and take a nap? Please, little baby. Can you do that? Do you want up? Yeah, come on. Oh, come on. Yeah, up. Come on. You know how to jump. Come on. Okay, yes. Okay. I'm going to take a quick wine break and give you some more snuggles. Even though you're so snuggled. Yes, you are. You're so snuggled. You're just so snuggled. Yes, you are. You're so snuggly. Look at how cuddly he is. Look at the cuddliness of the puppy. Oh, he's so cuddly. You're so cuddly. Yes, you're so cuddly. You're so cuddly. You're so cuddly. Yes, your baby. You're so sleepy. Yeah, sleepy baby. Oh, World's biggest sleepy baby. That's what you are. Sleepy baby. Well, Sasha's bigger. I'm sure she would object to being told that this little one is bigger than her. Yes. God, I'm imagining Bo chasing rabbits. It would be insane. He'd go absolutely ballistic. Wouldn't you? Yes. Yes, you would. Of course, he wouldn't know what to do if he caught one. He'd probably stop and nudge it, like, come on, keep going. Didn't actually want to catch you, I just want to chase you. Yes. Good baby. Uh, okay. Now, please take your sleepy butt and go curl up, and this time stay there. Oh, what do you hear? What do you hear? Okay, why don't you go sniff and report back, okay? Yes, love you, little baby. Love you, love you, love you. Good baby. And it went out of my mind. Her look is raw, her shrug small and apologetic. You know, I forgot. Duh. What the hell? Yeah, you idiot. She's not a trained submissive. She doesn't have the experience of your other ones. What the fuck did you think was gonna happen? You forgot? I'm dismayed. We've been through all this shit because she forgot? No, we've been through this shit because you're ridiculous. I can't believe it. I clutched the table for something to anchor me to the now as I let this alarming information register. Did I remind her of the safe words? Christ, I can't remember. The email that she sent me the first time I spanked her comes to mind. She didn't stop me then. I'm an idiot. Yes. I should have reminded her. Wait, she knows she has safe words. I remember telling her more than once. Okay, for 1 second he was close to being human. For 1 second, he was like, I'm an idiot. I should have reminded her. I should have made sure she was clear on it. And then he immediately goes, no, she knows them. I told her more than once, except not when it mattered. Like, I have been with people who have been submissives for over a decade. I still remind them of the code words and the safe word every time. And I make sure that we are on the same page, because some people, especially when it comes to traffic lights like yellow versus red, some people have slightly different versions of that. I make sure I know what version they're using. Oh, like this close to being a decent human being. Granted, it's only for a second, but still. I'm highlighting like all it. I'm putting markers in on myself to, fuck it. I'm just gonna highlight right now. It's hard to do when it's not much pages. We don't have a signed now he's remembering her email, I guess. We don't have a signed contract, Anastasia, but we've discussed limits, and I want to reiterate we have safe words, okay? She blinks a couple of times but remains mute. What are they, I demand. She hesitates. What are the safe words, Anastasia? Yellow and red. Remember those. Those are not safe words. That's the traffic light system. A safe word is the one definitive word, it's usually something weird, mine is banana fish, that you would never normally say. So if you say it, everything comes to a screeching halt immediately and there is no resuming. That is a safe word. Traffic lights are a check-in system. They are not safe words. Those are two different things that E.L. James clearly did not understand because she routinely confuses or conflates the two. They are very different with different uses and different meanings. She raises an eyebrow in obvious scorn and is about to say something. Don't start with your smart mouth in here, Miss Steele, or I will fuck it with you on your knees. Do you understand? And now we're back to the present because that's him remembering that conversation. How can I trust you? Ever. This is him saying this to her, apparently. If she can't be honest with me, what hope do we have? That is not being honest with you. That's you being a dick. She can't tell me what she thinks I want to hear. What kind of relationship is that? The only kind you have ever been willing to have. He's being such an extraordinary douchebag right now. Like, what? You don't think that you have programmed this girl to only tell you what you want to hear? Because if she says anything you don't want to hear, you will beat the shit out of her. You said so yourself, and you followed through. And you're a violent rage machine who beats the fuck out of her. Like, God, you're disgusting. It really is. Like, there is a lot. I'm noticing that. There's, like, okay, I can say, obviously, because you're telling the same story, but from a different character point of view, yes, there is going to be repetition of things. I get that. But this is him going over the same thing over and over and just changing it to his liking until he gets to a place where he doesn't feel guilty and he doesn't feel responsible and he makes it all her fault. Everything is always her fault. Like a page ago, he was blaming himself, as he rightly should, for overwhelming her and for not being safe. And he just has spun it and spun it and spun it and spun it so that it's now her fault. And she wasn't being honest with him because he overwhelmed her physically, emotionally, and mentally while beating her with a belt. And she forgot that there are safe words because she was too overwhelmed by what he was doing to her. Which, again, she is not a trained submissive. The concept of safe words is something she only learned like 10 days before this happened. And it's something that she had never had to use. You know, it's like that thing you learn on the first day of school and then it never comes up on a test until the final and you're going, when the fuck did we learn this? Because you've completely forgotten it. It's that thing. It really is. Yeah. Like that is their whole relationship. Is just she doesn't want to do the submissive thing. He keeps pushing her and treating her like it anyway. Like, has he ever not treated her exactly like all of his other submissives? No, he treats her exactly like it. Even now, when he is saying, I want to have a normal relationship and not do those things, he's still doing them. Like, that's why from the beginning, the first time they met, and he took her for coffee and a muffin. He was fucking with her over the muffin. He hadn't even, asked her on a date at that point, but he was already doing controlling, doming things and treating her like she was already one of his submissives when they literally had just met. Like, he just has no other way of treating women. Yes. Yes, you have summed it up perfectly. That right there. I don't want to, okay, I won't force you. Forces her anyway. Christian, you're broken. You can fix me. He stays a fucked up asshole. That's what should be on the back cover. That's what should be on the back cover of this book. That is what should be on the back cover of this book because that's honest. That's the truth. You're violating the contract she never fucking signed. Yes! That as well. That as well. And he never brings it up again. That never gets resolved. But even though she didn't sign it, it didn't change the way that he treated her. Like that's why he's like a cult leader. Okay, pouring another glass of wine because I desperately need more wine. I need more ducks too. We've only got 2 ducks left, and seeing that empty space makes me sad. Also, the fact that these 2 ducks are in the bag all alone. I'm one of those people that still names her stuffed animals and feels bad if I put them face down on my bed because they can't see, okay? I never grew up in that way. So I'm sad about these 2 lonely ducks. And all their friends are out on the stage. I remember when my grandfather gave me one of his old suitcases to put all my Barbies in because I wanted to organize my Barbies. And so I needed something to put them in. So he used to travel all the time. So he had like a lot of suitcases. And he had this one brown one, I remember it was just the right size. And it had that thing, I guess this used to be a thing in luggage, where it had like these plastic panels that you would pull up and clip to the top, I guess to like keep your clothes separate. I don't know, or keep things neat. Um, and so when my mom, like I put all my Barbies in it, when my mom went to put the plastic, I was like, no, they can't breathe. Granted, I was like 4. Excuse me. She can't tell me what she thinks I want to hear. What kind of relationship is that? The only kind you've ever wanted and will continue to be so. My spirits sink. This is the problem in dealing with someone who isn't in the lifestyle. She doesn't get it. Correct. And yet you keep treating her like she was born and raised in the lifestyle. That was a very mournful meow. Thomas? Baby? Thomas? Where are you, baby? Are you on your box? You are. Why are you meowing like that? Because you're a kitty? He may be lamenting the fact that I put the laundry away. He got plenty of time to enjoy it. And you can still go sleep in the laundry bag if you want. He does seem to enjoy the smell of, like, fresh laundry. I should never have chased her. That's the truest statement of this entire series. Yes, right from day one, you should never have chased her. There it is. Again, he is written with a remarkable level of insight. The problem is he does nothing with it. If anything, he blatantly ignores it and does the opposite. Yeah, seriously. Seriously, because at the very end in the epilogue, they have like a 3-year-old and she's pregnant again. I want to know, like, because if we have the kids telling, let's say, let's wait until let's pull the mommy dearest. Let's do the Christina Crawford. Let's do the Christina Crawford play where you wait until your parents are dead, and then write a tell-all. Let's say their kids do that, and how after giving birth to their second child, how many years after giving birth to the second child and deciding that they're not going to have any more kids because two is enough, and they have a boy and a girl. Let's say the second one is a girl. How many years after that do we think Christian decides that you know Anastasia, he doesn't have a use for her anymore because she's fulfilled her role as mother, but he sees her as too much of a maternal figure to tie her up and fuck her anymore, and he wants a younger model and someone that he can do all of his sadistic shit to, and she mysteriously disappears. Like, this is what we would get from the children. You do have a point there. Fresh laundry does not smell like him. Oh, Thomas is a weird little creature. But yeah, Kitty laying on hot, warm laundry. Yes, I remember that line, and yes, it is vomit inducing. Absolutely. Like, what? Genuinely, what would you do if you were pregnant and you have sex and the person doing it to you then says, "Oh, the baby likes it when I fuck you," and it's a girl, and you know it's a girl? Like, it's horrific either way, but it is worse in that context. Like, how would you not? How would you ever trust him around the daughter, or would you be worried? Also, how do we think? How do we think? Because I think we do learn that the second one is a girl. I think I'm actually correct on that. I don't remember, but I think I'm correct. How how do we think he would raise and treat a girl, a little brown-haired girl, spitting image of her mama? How do we think he would treat the daughter when she, as any child does something that he doesn't like or disobeys him? Because that's his big thing, don't disobey me. How tyrannical and how much of a monster do we think he is as a parent? Because he strikes me as one of those parents that the little boy, he would see himself, so he'd let the little boy get away with murder, literally. But the little girl, anytime she did something, he would fly into a rage, scream at her, and probably put her over his knee because you're allowed to spank your children, even though he'd be getting off on it. Like, can you really tell me that I'm wrong about that? And that's true as well. Yeah. 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 At some point, yeah. Because his mother, it sounds like his mother was quite young when, like, because he was only 4. She got pregnant young. So his mother, when she died, was probably about the age that Anastasia is now. So yeah, in 10 years, is he still going to be attracted to her? Probably not. It is a girl. Thank you for confirming. Yeah. But one of the grossest lines ever written. I know. Okay, who remembers the show Wife Swap? Now, this is a disgusting show that should never have existed, but that's all of TLC. It was the child abuse channel. They are the channel that made like 40 different shows out of televising child abuse. And in one of them, there was a family that literally made their young children, under 10, boy and a girl, sign a weekly contract promising to be good citizens of the family. And it had all these ridiculous rules, etc., etc. And that's not even like the worst episode of that show. What do you mean? Like, you'd let the girl like get away with anything and let her be promiscuous, etc., or encourage it? Was it ABC? You might be correct. It's been a long time. But yeah, it was Wife Swap and Trading Spouses. They're basically the same show with like very minor differences. Um, hello on my leg again. Okay, when I said go on the couch, and curl up and stay there, I meant for the rest of the night until I go to bed, not for 5 minutes. So, can you try again, please? Okay. I know you technically did what I said. Yes, I love you too. He's so exhausted. Oh, you're so tired. Just close your little eyes and go to sleep, baby. I promise everything's okay. He only acts like this on Saturdays. Oh, yes. Yeah. I could totally see that. I could totally see him becoming yeah, the worst kind of father, and when she hits a certain age, yeah. He would probably justify in his head by saying he's introducing her to the lifestyle and or teaching her about sex by actually having sex with her. That defense has been used in court, by the way. It was used by like a cult leader, but it has been heard. It was unsuccessful. Good boy. I have to highlight the I should never have chased her. The waiter arrives with the wine as we stare with incredulity at each other. Yeah, you're not compatible, walk away. Pay for the food and leave. Maybe I should have done a better job explaining it to her. Yeah, there's the problem. Damn it, Gray, eliminate the negative. This is in his head. He's psyching himself up for don't get negative. Focus on the goal. Just get her to say she'll date you again, and then we'll work on fixing the rest. Because as long as you possess her, then it's fine. Yes, it's irrelevant now. Oh yes, you beating the shit out of her and traumatizing her. That's irrelevant now. I'm going to try a relationship her way, if she'll let me. He still hasn't gotten around to telling her any of this. The irritating prick takes too much time opening the bottle. Jesus, is he trying to entertain us? Or is it just Anna he wants to impress? He finally pops the cork and pours a taste for me. I take a quick sip. It needs to breathe, but it's passable. I've never understood letting wine breathe. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Okay, hi. All right, we're gonna sit you on my desk. Oh my god. Oh, you're fat. Come here. Where's your foot? There we go. Unstick the foot. Unstick the foot. Okay, Mr. I demand to be the center of attention. I did not raise you this way. He's going, yeah, you did. All right, not putting the book down. Come here, you. Yes, you get to sit on the desk. Why do I smell burnt toast? Yeah, that's burnt toast. Did you burn toast and not tell me? It's okay. You're okay. You're okay, little snuggle. Little snuggle. Yeah. I'm just wondering what that actually does. Because I know wine exposed to oxygen, like if you leave a bottle of wine like open overnight, it like goes bad or something, or like it doesn't taste right. I'm not sure if it's actually like goes bad because it's fermented. How could it? I know from like a couple episodes of Shark Tank that yeah, like wine being exposed to air is a bad thing. If it's for a long time and it does something bad, but I don't know what. That's fine. Now go, please. He fills our glasses and leaves. Anna and I haven't taken our eyes off each other, each trying to discern what the other is thinking. She's the first to look away and she takes a sip of wine, closing her eyes as if seeking inspiration. When she opens them, I see her despair. I'm sorry, she whispers. See, again, and this sets up the long precedent of the rest of it. She apologizes to him for everything, including existing, breathing, thinking, walking, talking, chewing gum. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. He turns everything around so that it's her fault, and she ends up apologizing. This is what master manipulators and abusive boyfriends do. And he's clearly extremely good at it, but also she is the most easy, vulnerable, obvious target ever. Like she's the person that doesn't take like an expert like him to manipulate, but an expert like him, like there are people that work in psyops for like the CIA and shit. Like they talk about reprogramming and shit like that, but um, you can if you know what you are doing and you have no morals or ethics, you can like kidnap almost anybody off the street and completely break down and reform their personality to your liking in as little as 72 hours if you know what you're doing. Like the classic example is Patty Hearst. Um, my brain is failing me, but yeah, Patty Hearst is the classic example that gets thrown around a lot. Like it doesn't take that much. Personality is very fragile. Personality and sense of self. And she's a person that strikes me as never having had a great deal of sense of self. Which, hey, when your mom remarries every 2 years and you then have to adapt to new daddy every time, yeah, I get that. She would be extremely flexible in terms of personality, making her the perfect target for any cult leader because she's used to adapting herself to what the men in her life want. And it's gone from like mom's many husbands and having many different daddies to now it's Christian doing it. What? 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 Sleepy baby. He's falling asleep. You go sleep. It's okay. It's okay. Sorry for what? Hell, is she done with me? Is there no hope? Not using the safe word, she says. Yeah, because it's her fault. See what he did? He immediately turned it around into it's her fault, even though he knew it was his fault. Oh, thank God. I thought it was over. We might have avoided all this suffering, I mutter in response, and also in an attempt to hide my relief. You look fine. There's a tremor in her voice. Appearances can be deceptive. I'm not fine. I feel like the sun has set and not risen for 5 days, Anastasia. It's only been 3. I'm in a perpetual night here. Oh, yes, see what you've done to me. I need you back so much. You did this and it's all your fault. If you just said the word, it's all your fault. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. Her gasp is just audible. How did she think I'd feel? She left me when I almost begged her to stay. You said you'd never leave, yet the going gets tough and you're out the door. You fucking jag off. Like, again, he's taking something that she whispered in a dream as a literal binding, I swear to God, and I'm Catholic level commitment. And he's like, you said you'd never leave me, and then you did. Fuck you! Fuck you so hard. Fuck you, fucking asshole. Fuck you. Fuck you so goddamn hard. And the going gets tough. No, you abused her and beat her. That's what happened. It didn't, there's no going against up. You turned into a vicious monster. Also, you've known each other for like 3 weeks. Like, and this is to say nothing of the fact that he's guilt tripping the shit out of her and she's just letting him. She's just taking it. When did I say I'd never leave? In your sleep. Before I went soaring. Okay, dude, do you not see the problem with what you just said? It was the most comforting thing I'd heard in so long, Anastasia. It made me relax. She inhales sharply. Her open and honest compassion is written all over her lovely face as she reaches for her wine. This is my chance. Yep, moment of vulnerability. Here we go. Ask her, Gray. Ask her in one question. Ask her the one question I haven't allowed myself to think about because I'll dread her answer, whatever it is. But I'm curious. I need to know. You said you loved me, I whisper, almost choking on the words. She can't still feel that way about me, can she? Is that now past tense? Oh, because we're supposed to be like, oh, he feels like he's unworthy of love and no one could ever love him, but she said she loves him and that's all he's ever wanted. Poor little baby. Not working. Not working at all. No, Christian, it's not. Okay, so she still loves him. She says as if she's in the confessional again. I'm unprepared for the relief that rushes through me. It is relief mixed with fear. It's a confounding combination because I know I shouldn't love a monster. I know she shouldn't love a monster. So again, like one minute he knows he's the monster and the next minute he's like, no, she's the problem. Like, good, I mumble, confused. And I want to stop thinking about that right now. And with impeccable timing, the waiter returns with our meal. So the he's been insulting the waiter this whole time in his head. But now the waiter's impeccable because he comes back at the right moment. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, sleep talking is not legally binding. Like, I've been told I talk in my sleep. Like, I live alone, so I don't, like, have anyone to verify at the moment, but I've been told in the past that I do occasionally talk in my sleep, which I have no reason to dispute. But you can't take somebody literally for what they say when they're asleep. Like, God. And it's such an immaturity level, too. What? What? You should be sleeping. Excuse me. Excuse me. Good, I mumble, confused. I want to stop thinking about that right now. And the waiter returns. Eat, I demand. The woman needs feeding. Okay, stop using the word feeding like she's a fucking baby you're about to nurse. She examines the contents of her plate with distaste. So help me God, Anastasia, if you don't eat, I will take you across my knee here in this restaurant, and it will have nothing to do with my sexual gratification. Eat. Okay, one, bullshit, because it totally will. But dude, you literally just got through a conversation where about you beating her and her not skateboarding, and you're threatening now to beat her in public if she doesn't eat the food. This is him being different. This is him saying, I don't need all that anymore. I'm ready to try a vanilla relationship with you, as he's about to ask her to do. But he's at the same, like, he's literally threatening to punish her for not eating in public when they're not even together. While he is about to, in the next breath, say, I don't need to do any of that punishment shit anymore, or take you to the red room of pain, or have you follow my ridiculous contract that you never signed. I can do a normal relationship. But he's just threatened that. Like, see why I say he never changes? He just breaks her down and brainwashes her better the second time than the first. Okay, I'll eat. Stow your twitching palm, please. She's trying for humor, but I'm not laughing. She's wasting away. It's been 3 days. She picks up her cutlery and with stubborn reluctance she takes one bite, closes her eyes and licks her lips in satisfaction. The sight of her tongue is enough to provoke a response from my body, already in a heightened state from our kiss in the alley. Because again, we have to remember that his penis is its own character. Hell, not again. I stop my response in its tracks. Can you actually do that? I'm always wondering, can you actually will an erection to go away? I'm not sure it works that way. There'll be time for that later. If she says yes. Or not, you don't seem to care. She takes another bite and another, and I know she'll continue eating. I'm grateful for the diversion that our food has provided. Slicing into my steak, I take a bite. It's not bad. We continue to eat, watching each other but saying nothing. She hasn't told me to fuck off. This is good. And as I study her, I realize how much I'm enjoying being in her company. Okay, so I'm tied up in all kinds of conflicting emotions. But she's here. She's with me, and she's eating. I'm hopeful we can make my proposition work. Are you ever going to tell her this? It's been 20 pages. We have read 20 pages now. We're fully at the halfway mark. He still has not said it. Her reaction to the kiss in the alley was visceral. She still wants me. Oh, there we go. The orgasm equals consent argument. I know I could have fucked her there and she wouldn't have stopped me. Like she could. She interrupts my reverie. Do you know who's singing? Over the restaurant sound system, a young woman with a soft, lyrical voice can be heard. I don't know who she is, but we both agree she's good. I'm amazed E.L. James didn't name drop Taylor Swift right there or someone. Listening to this singer reminds me I have an iPad for Anna. I hope she lets me give it to her. I already gave her a laptop, an iPod, and a car, which he still has and is going to give back to her any moment. Okay, I'm gonna put you down, and you're gonna go to sleep, okay? I mean it this time. Yeah, I love you too. I love you too, and you're a very good boy. But this time you're gonna go curl up on the couch, and then you're gonna stay there until I'm finished. You understand? Okay? Go curl up on the couch, and you stay there. Okay, good boy. Go on. In addition to the music I uploaded yesterday, I spent some time this morning adding more features. Photographs of the glider on my desk, and of the two of us at her graduation ceremony, and a few apps too. It's my apology, and I'm optimistic that the simple message I've engraved on the back conveys my sentiment. I hope she doesn't think it's too cheesy. I just need to give it to her first. I don't know if we'll get to that point. I suppressed my sigh because she's always been difficult about accepting gifts from me. What? She asks. She knows I'm up to something, and not for the first time I wonder if she can read my mind. Seriously, when you were adapting this from being not Twilight fanfic, you couldn't have left all this shit out? About the mind reading, and I wish I knew what you were thinking, all that crap. I shake my head. Eat up. Bright blue eyes regard me. I can't manage any more. Have I eaten enough for sir? The fact that you are saying this to another grown adult, there is your biggest there, girly, is your biggest red fucking flag. The fact that you are asking permission as an adult of another adult to stop eating when you're full. Is she deliberately trying to goad me? I scrutinize her face, but she seems genuine, and she's eaten more than half of what was on her plate. If she hasn't eaten anything over the last few days, she's probably had enough to eat this evening. I'm really full, she reiterates. Again, she sounds like a child. She literally sounds like a child and he's treating her like one. This is disgusting. As if on cue, my phone vibrates in my jacket pocket, signaling a message. It will be from Taylor. He's probably close to the gallery by now. I glance at my watch. We have to go shortly. Taylor is here, and you have to be up for work in the morning. I hadn't considered that before. She's working now. She needs sleep. Again, treating her like a toddler. I may have to revise my plans and my body's expectations. Oh, yes, because of course he's expecting sex no matter what. The thought of deferring my desire displeases me. Hannah reminded me that I need to be up for work too. I function on a lot less sleep than you do, Anastasia. At least you've eaten something. Aren't we going back via Charlie Tango? No, I thought I might have a drink. Taylor will pick us up. Besides, this way I have you in a car all to myself for a few hours at least. What can we do but talk? In other words, I'm kidnapping you. He prearranged all of this. Let's keep that in mind. He prearranged that no matter how bad the evening went, even if she told him to go fuck himself and that she never wanted to see him again, he still arranged to have her literally held captive in his car for several hours on a long drive. Yeah, there was never even the slightest possibility of a chance that he was going to take no for an answer. It was just a question of how long it would take for him to manipulate and wear her down into saying yes. That is all that it is. And I can put my proposition to her, because you haven't managed to do that so far. I shift uncomfortably in my chair. Stage 3 of the campaign has not gone as smoothly as I anticipated. She's made me jealous, I've lost control. Yes, as usual, she's derailed me. Yeah, 'cause it's all her fault. She's some mastermind. But I can turn this around and close the deal in the car. Don't give up, Gray. Summoning the waiter, I ask for the check, then call Taylor. He answers on the second ring. Mr. Gray, we're at La Picotin, Southwest 3rd Avenue. I inform him and hang up. You're very brusque with Taylor. In fact, with most people. I just get to the point quickly, Anastasia. You haven't gotten to the point this evening. Nothing's changed, Christian. This is true. Touche, Miss Steele. Tell her. Tell her now, Gray. I have a proposition for you. This started with a proposition. Like, dude, way to say it and make it sound like an indecent proposal. Like, God. Oh my God. Like, he just gets worse and 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 worse. Very loud plane just flew overhead, and it's way too late. A different proposition, I clarify. She's a little skeptical, I think, but maybe she's curious too. The waiter returns and I give him my card but keep my attention on Anna. Well, at least she's intrigued. Good. My heart rate accelerates. I hope she goes for this, or I really will be lost. The waiter hands me the credit card slip to sign. I enter an obscene tip and sign my name with a flourish. The waiter seems excessively grateful, and it's still irritating. My phone buzzes and I scan the text. Taylor's arrived. The waiter gives me my card back and disappears. Come, Taylor's outside. We both stand and I take her hand. I don't want to lose you, Anastasia, I murmur, and raise her hand to brush my lips against her knuckles. Her breathing accelerates. Oh, that sound. I glance at her face. Her lips are parted, cheeks pink and eyes wide. The sight fills me with hope and desire. I stifle my impulses and lead her through the restaurant and outside, where Taylor is waiting at the curb in the Q7. I'm assuming this is a car. It occurs to me that Anna might be reluctant to talk if he's in front. I have an idea. Opening the rear door, I usher her in and walk around to the driver's side. Taylor gets out to open the door for me. Good evening, Taylor. Do you have your iPod and headphones? Yes, sir. Never leave home without them. Great. Use them on the way home. Because driving with headphones on is not ridiculously unsafe. I'm pretty sure that's illegal, actually. Because you need to be able to hear. Of course, sir. What will you listen to? Like it's your goddamn business. Puccini, sir. Tosca? La Boheme. Good choice, I smile. As ever, he surprises me. I always assumed his musical taste leaned towards country and rock. He's such a judgmental fucking prick. Taking a deep breath, I climb into the car, about to negotiate the deal of my life. Oh my god. Because in his head, he's already like in the place where if she comes back to him, she's never leaving again. He will never let her leave again. Like, he does pretty much hold her prisoner from this point forward. Especially once he gets like private security around and assigns her a bodyguard who is literally required to report on her literal every move and conversation to him, and who is told to obey only him and not her, despite it. Despite like her being a person. They don't treat her like a person anymore. Like, it's so ridiculous. I want her back. Taylor presses play on the car's sound system, and the stirring notes of Rachmaninoff swell quietly in the background. He regards me for a second in the mirror and pulls into the light evening traffic. Anastasia's watching me, and I turn to face her. As I was saying, Anastasia, I have a proposition for you. She looks anxiously at Taylor, as I knew she would. Taylor can't hear you. What? She looks perplexed. Taylor, I call. Taylor doesn't respond. I call him again, then lean over and tap his shoulder. He removes an earbud. Yes, sir. Thank you, Taylor. It's okay. Resume your listening. Yeah, I just interrupted you while you're driving for no reason because I'm a dick. Sir, happy now? He's listening to his iPod. Puccini. Forget he's here. I do. That's not rude. Did you deliberately ask him to do that? Yes. She blinks in surprise. Okay. Your proposition, she says, hesitant and appreciative. I'm nervous too, baby. Here goes. Baby. Oh god, I was hoping we'd left that behind. Don't blow this, Gray. How to begin? I take a deep breath. Let me ask you something first. Do you want a regular vanilla relationship with no kinky fuckery at all? Kinky fuckery, she squeaks in disbelief. Kinky fuckery. I can't believe you said that. She looks anxiously at Taylor again. Well, I did. Answer me. I like your kinky fuckery, she whispers. Since when? Oh, baby, so do I. I'm relieved. Step one. Okay, keep cool, Gray. That's what I thought. So what don't you like? She's already told you. She doesn't like your rules, your stalking, your controlling bullshit, or you beating the shit out of her. She has told you this. You've had this conversation. You've had exactly this conversation. You've been well informed. You just don't listen. She's silent for a moment, and I know she's scrutinizing me in the light and the shadows of the intermittent street lamps. The threat of cruel and unusual punishment, she says. What does that mean? Like you don't know. Well, you have all those. She stops, glancing at Taylor once more, and her voice lowers. Things in your playroom. The canes, the whips, and they frighten the living daylights out of me. I don't want you to use them on me. Excuse me. This I have worked out for myself. Okay, so no whips or canes. Or belts for that matter, add, unable to keep the irony out of my voice. Are you attempting to redefine the hard limits? See, he's still doing this as if they're negotiating the contract. Like, he hasn't changed anything. He's not intending to change anything. He's just, again, it's exactly what you said. He's just renegotiating hard limits. That's all he's doing. Not as such. I'm just trying to understand you. Get a clearer picture of what you do and don't like. He's already told you that. You just didn't fucking want to hear it. Fundamentally, Christian, it's your joy in inflicting pain that's difficult for me to handle. And the idea that you'll do it because I have crossed some arbitrary line. Hell, she knows me. Yes, so why don't you go find someone that enjoys that instead of her? She's seen the monster. I'm not going there or I will blow this deal. Yeah, we're going to ignore that until it becomes a problem again. I ignore her first comment and concentrate on her second point. But it's not arbitrary. The rules are written down. Dude, you're trying to defend. You're trying to justify. You're trying to say, well, as long as you don't disobey me, I'll never beat you again. So just do exactly what I say and want you to do at all times, no matter what, even when I'm not there. And I'll never have a reason to beat you, and then we'll be fine. Like, he's still saying the same thing that he was the first time he gave her the contract. That if you don't want to be punished, just follow my rules and I'll never have a reason to punish you. But she is also right when she said, but sometimes you want me to disobey you so you can punish me because that's what you need. That's what you get off on. So, yeah, it is a no win scenario. Not to be confused with a zero sum game, but it is definitely a no win scenario for sure. Uh, I don't want a set of rules. None at all. You're surprised by this after agreeing to a vanilla. Like, he doesn't even know what a vanilla relationship is. He cannot conceive of a relationship without having sets of rules for your partner. Notice how he never. This would be interesting. Notice how he never once says to her that she could make a set of rules for him, that she can match him tit for tat, rule for rule. He never once offers her that or even considers it. Fuck, she might touch me. Okay, dude, you can say I'm willing to get rid of all the rules except for the no touching because that has, like, mental health problems involved and it really triggers the shit out of me. That is okay to say. I do not like my hair touched or pulled or messed with, especially during sex. So that is a rule for me. I have a couple of rules when it comes to intimacy. Most people do. It's okay to say don't touch my hair because it really fucking triggers the shit out of me. Like, you can still have your rules without being a dick about it. You can still have that rule, not all of them, but you know what I'm saying. How can I protect myself from that? And suppose she does something stupid that puts herself at risk. She's a grown ass adult. She has the right. Go fuck yourself. No rules, she states, shaking her head for emphasis. Okay, $1 million question. But you don't mind if I spank you? Spank me with what? This. I hold up my hand. She shifts in her seat, and a silent, sweet joy unfurls deep in my gut. Oh, baby, I love it when you squirm. No, not really. Especially those silver balls. My cock stirs at the thought. Damn. I cross my legs. Yes, that was fun. More than fun, she adds. Okay, so she's okay with some of it. Ugh. It's like Octavius, um, Augustus in Rome, the second season, when they had to change to an adult actor because his character was getting sex scenes, and the original actor who had played him as a child was a child, so can't do sex scenes, so they had to replace him with an older actor. They got a really good match for him, though, I will say. Um, and he's looking to get married because he needs to for political reasons. And so he basically walks up to a woman and says, I have chosen you to be my wife, even though, by the way, she's married and has children. It's just expected that, of course, she's basically getting a better offer because he's Caesar, um, and emperor of all of Rome. So it's just expected that, of course, she'll quietly be divorced from her current husband, leave her children with him, and come be Augustus's wife. And in their first ever conversation, where he basically sits down next to her and says, I have chosen you to be my wife, she gets no say or input or anything. Um, and she looks very disconcerted and is saying out loud, Oh, I'm so flattered, and I wouldn't have thought you would ever notice me. He then informs her, I will beat you sometimes with my hand or a light whip, and you must not think that I am angry with you. It gives me sexual pleasure to do so. And she looks like she's just like been invited to jump into the jaws of hell. But like again, it's back there back then he had that power, certainly. Um but the way he just throws it off like I'm going to beat you sometimes, but don't think I'm mad at you. It's just for sex. I wonder if Neil James ever saw that scene, because this sounds exactly like it. That was succinct and written by good writers, though. So you can deal with some pain. I keep the hope out of my voice. Literally needs pain to get off. Dude, like, shock yourself in the dick. Yes, I suppose, she shrugs. Okay, so we may be able to structure the relationship around this. Deep breath, Greg, give her the terms. Anastasia, I want to start again. Do the vanilla thing, and then maybe once you trust me more, and I trust you to be honest and communicate with me, we can move on and do some of the things I like to do. So, in other words, I'm not actually agreeing to change at all. We're just going to start over and take things really, really slow this time. In other words, I'm going to train you properly and build up to the harder things, like I should have done the first time with anybody who was actually interested in getting into the lifestyle, but she is not. And that is why you should have left her alone from day one. That's it. Fuck. My heart rate escalates. Blood thrums through my body, pounding past my eardrums as I wait for her reaction. My well-being hangs in the balance. Yes, because I'll die without her. And she says nothing. She stares at me as we pass under a streetlight and I see her clearly. She's assessing me, her eyes still impossibly large in her beautiful, thinner, sadder face. I'm sorry, your face is not thinner from not eating for 3 days. I do that regularly. Does it have any effect on my body? No. Oh, Anna, what about punishments? She says finally. I close my eyes. It's not a no. No punishments. None. There's no way he literally, dude, like 10 minutes ago, you threatened to put her over your knee in public because you wanted her to eat food. And now you're promising her no punishments at all, no matter what. Dude. And the rules? No rules. None at all. But you have needs. That's like saying you're a junkie. I don't want to buy you crack. Her voice trails off. I need you more, Anastasia. These last few days have been hell. All my instincts tell me to let you go. That's what you should do. Tell me I don't deserve you. See, now we're doing the pity thing. And I'm sorry, I don't feel sorry for him at all, ever. Like, I don't feel sorry for Gatsby either, okay? But he actually deserves it. Gatsby is intended to be a sympathetic character. I'm just a bitch. Christian Grey is not a sympathetic character. Those photos the boy took, I can see how he sees you. You look untroubled and beautiful. Not that you're not beautiful now, but here you sit. I see your pain. I know it's so hard knowing I'm the one who's made you feel this way. Then you could stop. You're not offering to stop. It's killing me, Anna. But I'm a selfish man. I've wanted you since you fell into my office. You're exquisite, honest, warm, strong, witty, beguiling, innocent. The list is endless. It's the innocent part. That's what he wants. Like, there was an actual time in the world, and there's a couple books I've got about it. If you're ever brave enough, Google something called The Virgin Cure. There's a very good book by a Canadian author of that title, but it is based on a real thing. It is a historical book. And I have another by the same author that's about the Halifax explosion. Um, and there was a school of thought many, many years ago, over 100, that if a man was suffering from a sexually transmitted disease, they didn't really know what that was at the time. There were various cutesy names for basically having an infection in your privates. Medicine didn't like exist. The treatment for syphilis at the time was like mercury, which would also kill you, and didn't work for syphilis. Um, Not that syphilis is curable. I don't think it is. I think that it's not. Um, it's treatable, but I don't think it's curable. Um, Most STIs are these days. But back then, in like 1890, whatever, there was a school of thought that said if a man fucked a virgin, like hymen intact, still like sealed virgin, that would cure uh whatever infection he had going on in his penis, because virgins are pure and innocent, and that somehow that would cure like their gonorrhea or whatever. This is a real thing. That is more or less what he is doing. And I'm pouring another glass. We got about an hour and a half left. How are we doing on page count? Oh, are we okay? No, we're not. Okay, we're a little behind, but it's okay. We'll get there. Like I said, in this one, I can't stop at like chapter breaks because they're too far apart. So we're just gonna stop in a convenient place to stop once we hit page count / time. I have not like predetermined where that is, so I'm gonna go by feel because I didn't want to read ahead and like spoil things. So because I've never read these, these are completely blind. I mean, granted, we've read the first series, so I know the story, but there are some differences, and a lot of things have been retconned between the two. I'm in awe of you. I want you, and the thought of anyone else having you is like a knife twisting in my dark soul. Fuck. Flowery, gray, real flowery. Like he's telling himself, like, get flowery. I'm like a man possessed. I'm going to scare her off. No fucking shit. And you already did that. Are we forgetting you already did that? Christian, why do you think you have a dark soul? Because he does. And there's nothing wrong with that. I have a dark soul. I'm an incredibly dark and evil person sometimes. More than people know. I would be like that more, but society being what it is, it's not really allowed in public. Though at home I can do whatever the hell I want. Why do you think I write twisted fan fictions? Parts 1 and 2 now available on my Discord, fully edited and ready to be posted as soon as I get really, really obliterated drunk one night and get brave enough to post them. I could use some encouragement on doing that, honestly. I do want to do it. I do want to post them. I really do. I just am a coward. She cries out, totally surprising me. I would never say that. Sad maybe, but you're a good man. No, he's not. No, he's not. And this is the girl having the I can fix him thing, which again, the girls, who do you think like falls in love with serial killers in jail? It's girls raised in religious do-gooder homes because they have the I can save you, with the light of Jesus bullshit, and they wind up being manipulated and abused and like becoming complicit in crime sometimes because serial killers know how to manipulate stupid, uneducated bimbos like that. Like, I'm sorry, if you raise your kid in a religious bubble and where, like, schooling is an afterthought, you're raising them to be victims. I can see that. You're generous, you're kind, and you've never lied to me. That is such a crock. Okay, he is generous, but only as a show of force. He's not doing it out of generosity. He's doing it, I'm rich, fuck you. That's why he's doing it. As for kind, no. And never lied to her, that's all he's done. She doesn't know it, but she has caught him out a few times, at least. So, no, he is not the soul of honesty. And I haven't tried very hard. Last Saturday was such a shock to my sister. She hasn't tried. She's now saying she hasn't tried in this relationship she never wanted. She didn't try hard enough. Girl, you let him beat you black and blue with a belt. And you're saying you didn't try? It was my wake up call. I realized that you'd been easy on me and that I couldn't be the person you wanted me to be. Then, after I left, it dawned on me that the physical pain you inflicted was not as bad as the pain of losing you. Oh, God, she's screwed. I do want to please you, but it's hard. Why do you give a flying fuck about pleasing him? I'm not saying I've been in a lot of relationships, but the very, very few that I have been in, you know what I didn't care about? Pleasing my partner. Not that I'm saying I deliberately pissed anybody off or I didn't care about their feelings. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I didn't give a flying fuck whether they were pleased with my behavior. I didn't do things to deliberately please them. Make them happy or be nice sometimes, yeah. But please them in the way that she is using the word, hell fucking no. You please me all the time. When will she understand this? You've never said it and you don't act like it. In fact, you act deliberately to the contrary. So again, go fuck yourself. If we don't get a scene of Elena pegging him, I swear to God, I'll set the whole book on fire live. How often do I have to tell you that? How about ever? Let's start with ever. I never know what you're thinking. She doesn't. Baby, you read me like one of your books, except I'm not the hero. I'll never be the hero. Stop with the baby, please. I'm dying. Sometimes you're so closed off, like an island state. She continues. You intimidate me. That's why I keep quiet. I don't know which way your mood is going to go. It swings from north to south and back again in a nanosecond. There you go. That's true. That's true. That's true. Which, by the way, if you wanted to diagnose him as like borderline personality or cocktail B, cluster B, I mean, not cocktail, cluster B, appropriate. It's confusing and you won't let me touch you, and I want so much to show you how much I love you. That doesn't mean you have to touch somebody. Anxiety bursts in my chest and my heart starts hammering. She said it again, the three poignant words I cannot bear. And touching. No, no, no. She can't touch me. But before I can respond, before the darkness takes hold, she unfastens her seatbelt and crawls across the street and into my lap, ambushing me. Oh my god. They're gonna fuck in the backseat. Ugh. She places her hands on either side of my head, staring into my eyes, and I stop breathing. I love you, Christian Grey, she says. And you're prepared to do all this for me. I'm the one who's undeserving! And I'm just sorry that I can't do all those things for you. Maybe with time, I don't know. But yes, I accept your proposition. Where do I sign? Somebody kill me. Somebody kill me right now. Dear fucking God, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying. I need to chug so hard. Somebody help. The hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the fuck? What the flying fuck? How am I supposed to ever? This is not a real character. You did not write this as a real character. This is not a real person. She's too stupid to fucking exist. Like, again, I'm going with my. See, here is my, like, secret ending to this. Okay? Anastasia's mother is a career gold digger. We've established this. But she has raised her daughter to do the same. If you know the movie Heartbreakers, you know what I'm saying. But the two of them have targeted Christian Grey because he's never had a girlfriend or been publicly photographed with one. And so they have made Anastasia the most innocent, doughy-eyed virgin ever, knowing that somehow they like learned about his submissives. He's had 14. Somebody talked. And they've targeted him, setting her up to be the antithesis of everything that he's ever known, knowing that he would not be able to resist her because she is so different and she's the only girl that's ever said no to him. That kind of bullshit. They knew that he would fall for it in a heartbeat, and it's all a setup. And the end thing, spoilers, the whole kidnapping Mia plot. No, Jack Hyde is just a pawn, and he gets killed in a shootout with the cops. Mia is rescued, having no clue what's going on. But then we reveal that the $5 million has gone missing. And what it is that Anastasia's mother and Dr. Green, she's in on it instead of the assistant, the unseen assistant that is somebody that I don't think we've even met yet. His working guide, no, it's her mom and Andrea, because he treats Andrea like garbage. It's okay, so it's Andrea instead of the assistant that takes the 5 million at the final conflict and leaves, and then we find out later that she divvied it up with Anastasia's mom and Dr. Green, because Dr. Green, instead of giving her birth control, gave her hormones to get her pregnant, because then the intention is to leave Anastasia in the marriage so that eventually she can like take half of his money and stuff, especially after they have a kid and he has to pay child support. Like what's her name, Tilly something's uh Jennifer Tilly's character in Liar Liar, with the kids in the custody and you haven't paid for them yet, that thing. And because it was all a plot, and Andrea was in it because he treats her like garbage all the time for years. The mom gets like 2 million to like retire with. Dr. Green gets 1 million and Andrea gets 2 million. And that's what happens to the 5 million that's never recovered. It's mysteriously never recovered, but he doesn't care because he's like worth billions of dollars. And then Anastasia is going to just stay in the marriage as long as she wants to, and then leave him and take half his money and make him pay child support. And it was all a big plot from the beginning. Like, is that not a much better ending? That all these women have targeted the misogynistic, abusive, violent, possibly serial killer Christian Grey for his money and get away with it. Is that not like a much fucking better story? Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna highlight. Oh dear God. Because that at least would explain this response. She curls her arms around my neck and hugs me, her cheek warm against mine. I can't believe what I'm hearing, because it's total bullshit. Itchy. Anxiety turns to joy, and it expands in my chest, lighting me up from head to toe, spreading warmth in its wake. She's going to try. That's what she did the first time. I get her back. I don't deserve her, but I get her back. I wrap my arms around her and hold her tightly, burying my nose in her fragrant hair. As relief and a kaleidoscope of colorful emotions fill the void that I've carried inside me since she left. Oh, Anna, I whisper, and I hold her, too dazed and too replete to say anything else. She snuggles into my arms, her head on my shoulder. We listen to the Rachmaninoff and I go over her words. She loves me. I test the phrase in my head and what's left of my heart, and swallow the knot of fear that forms in my throat as those words ring through me. I can do this. I can live with this. I must. I need to protect her and her vulnerable heart. I take a deep breath. I can do this. Yeah, if you're saying this, you should not be getting into a relationship. Except the touching. I can't do that. I have to make her understand. Manage her expectations. Gently, I stroke her back. Touching is a hard limit for me, Anastasia. I know. I wish I understood why. Her breath tickles my neck. Shall I tell her? Why would she want to know that shit? My shit. Maybe I can hint at it, give her a clue. I had a horrific childhood. One of the crack horse pimps. Oh, now we're having a flashback. There you are, you little shit. No, 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 not the burn. Mommy, mommy. She can't hear you, you fucking maggot. He grabs my hair and pulls me out from under the kitchen table. Ow, ow, ow. He's smoking. The smell. Cigarettes. It's a dirty smell. Like old and nasty. He is dirty. Like trash. Like drains. He drinks brown liquor from a bottle. Okay, let me. as much as I rag on her for not knowing how to spell the word cum, let's just brown liquor. Licker, as in lick with your tongue, not liquor the drink. That is just an obvious spelling error that nobody noticed. This is literally just a spelling mistake. And even if she could, she doesn't give a fuck, he shouts. He always shouts. His hand hits me across my face, and again and again. No, no. I fight him, but he laughs. He takes a puff. The end of the cigarette shines bright red and orange. The burn, he says. No, no. The pain, the pain, the pain, the smell. Burn, burn, burn. Pain, no, no, no. I howl. Howl. Mommy, mommy. He laughs and laughs. He has 2 teeth gone. This is how you write a extremely traumatic childhood event. Really. Like bad poetry by a 4th grader. Like, this makes me want to find my old poetry file, which I know I have somewhere, of all the shit that I wrote when I was a lot younger than Neil James when she wrote this. Because as much as some of it probably sucks, some of it is definitely better than this. I shudder as my memories and nightmares float together like smoke from the discarded cigarette, fogging my brain, dragging me back to a time of fear and impotence, and there's a doggy on my leg as he heard me get upset. He was sleeping peaceably. No, I know. Come here. No, we're not doing the belly. Come here. Yeah, if you want up, come on. Okay, no, we're gonna face this way this time, okay? Can we face this way? Can we do this? Can we do that? Huh? How about this? How about some belly? I didn't mean to wake you. I'm sorry. No, you're doing your job. I know. You definitely mute at me by now. Come here. He's like, no, no, no. I like it. I like it, mommy. I like being like this. Yes, I like it. I'm getting belly. I'm looking at you. I'm getting belly. And therefore good. And therefore doggy. Yeah. 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 Good boy. I know you're doing your job, little baby. Yeah. Okay. You're okay. Come here. Okay, come here. Yeah. It's better if you go this way. Come here. Oh, I love you. Oh, you just turned me all the way down. Oh no. Hey, Nightwolf. How's the playoffs? How's the playoffs? What did you think of my alternate ending and secret evil plan that the book would have been much better for? I'm gonna clip that. I was looking at the time code. I'm gonna clip that and post it because I'm telling you, it's better. Hey, I'm a doggy. This isn't the 5th time tonight I've been picked up and cuddled because I've been making a bit of a nuisance of myself. Even though I'm really, really, really sleepy. And it's way past my evening nap time. I'm not falling asleep right now. No, I'm not falling asleep right now. No. I'm not falling asleep right now. I'm falling asleep. I'm not falling asleep. I'm not sleepy. It's just like a little baby when you want them to go to sleep, but they're like, nah. Nah. Remember when? What do you think? What do you think? You think you're a puppy? Okay. Thank you for coming to my rescue because you heard my voice do the thing. Yes, I know. You're a very good boy. I love you so much. You're a very good boy. Yes. Okay, go back under your puppy bed, okay? Mommy's okay. Mommy's okay. You go back under your puppy bed. How many games are left? It's out of playoffs in hockey are out of 7. Am I right? Like, are we in the are we this quarterfinal, semifinal, or final? I'm slightly impressed that I actually knew that. What can I say? My dad coached lacrosse. I'm gonna take that as semifinal. Yeah. Are you rooting for the Oilers? And Persnickety, what do you think of my version of the ending? Again, I'm gonna clip this and put it in the book club tab. It might be too long. Oh, I don't know. I'll figure out a way to clip it. If I have to do it as a separate video and upload it, I will. Also, there will be a body cam video tomorrow, usual time at 4:00. Unless I can pre-record a lot during the early week, which is hard to do. I am trying to post body cam vids on my other channel on weekends to get caught up because when I was sick for the entire month of February, I got behind. So I'm still trying to catch up. So there will be a video tomorrow at 4. Warnings for mental health. I thought so. Well, it makes a certain amount of sense. Geographically. Yeah, a friend of mine's in the same place because there's cricket finals. He's British, therefore cricket is their cricket is to the British what hockey is to Canadians. And one of his teams is in the final, so he went to go see them in person today, and that's a whole big long experience, and it's like this really expensive situation. He goes like 2 hours early to make sure he gets good seats. Yeah, he's one of those guys. Are you serious? They actually are. Because I not that I'm against them. Like they're my local team, but I don't know anything about sports or follow it. But I remember many years ago, a friend of mine, huge Leafs fans. Like I bought her a jersey for her birthday once, and she was thrilled. Huge Leafs fan. But there was an NHL strike going on, and it went well into the season, and so there were a lot of jokes being made about it, about Canadians having hockey withdrawal, which was very true in some ways. Um, but it got several months into the normal hockey season, and one of the best jokes that I heard the entire time was, "Hey, Leafs fans should be ecstatic. When was the last time we were this late in their season and the team is tied for number 1?" Because there had not been a single game played, so everybody was tied for number 1. But it was a damn good joke. It was this quality joke. But I've gone to a couple Leafs events as a child. You know, you get taken to those kind of things when you're a kid. You know, it doesn't matter whether you actually give a damn about hockey. You get taken to it. Oh, that's a good one too. But yeah, back when I was like 8 or 9, I met the Leafs players at the time, at a couple of events. I remember even as a child thinking, wow, these guys are young. I'm like 8 and I'm looking at these guys going, wow, they're really young. Yeah, but for the Leafs to make it to the semifinals, that's a noticeable event. Doesn't happen all that often. Like I'm not sure how many Stanley or Grey Cups they have under their belt. Is the Grey Cup hockey or is it football? I don't remember. Because we got the Ticats where I live too. Like they're not the best team, but let's just say their local fan base is extremely fervent. Though you can usually walk up to the stadium on game days and get tickets for free. The Grey Cup is football. I'm sorry. But I knew a family that would sometimes go with the free tickets, and their little girl, who was like 3, she thought the entire point of football was to go and see cheerleaders. That was all she wanted. So she, because it's a pretty like loosey goosey at the Ticat Stadium. This is when they were at Iberwin before they tore it down and built the new one. Um, and she would just go down right to the front, like practically on the field, and just spend the entire time watching the cheerleaders. Or when the cheerleaders were on the side, she would talk to them, and they all thought she was adorable because cute little 3-year-old girl. And she would stand up on the bleachers and try to do the moves and the dance and stuff, and they all just absolutely loved her. And yeah, to her, football was cheerleaders. That's what football was. Is going to see the cheerleaders. I don't think she even knew there was a football game going on because it just didn't interest her. I tell Anna I remember it all, and she tightens her hold on me. I check on her cheek on my neck, her soft, warm skin against mine, bringing me back to the now. Was she abusive, your mother? Anna's voice is hoarse. Not that I remember. She was neglectful. She didn't protect me from her pimp. She was a sad excuse, and he was a sick fuck. This is in his head. Again, things he should be saying out loud are often said in his head. I think it was me who looked after her. Oh, I've been there. When she finally killed herself, it took 4 days for someone to raise the alarm and find us. I remember that. I swear she stole his backstory from Dexter. I swear. I close my eyes and see vague, muted images of my mother slumped on the floor, me covering her with my blanket and curling up beside her. Anastasia gasps. That's pretty fucked up. Only if you're really sheltered. 50 Shades. She kisses my neck, a soft, tender press of her lips onto my skin, and I know it's not pity she's offering. It's comfort, maybe even understanding. My sweet, compassionate Anna. I tighten my hold on her and kiss her hair as she nestles into my arms. Maybe it was a long time ago, but it clearly still affects your literal every moment of every day. So it doesn't matter how long ago. So like, my aunt was in a car accident when she was in her early 20s. She was like 21 or 22. It was bad. She nearly died. It fucked her up for the rest of her life because I can confirm the last time I saw her, she had just turned 50. So 30 years have passed and she still had massive amounts of car PTSD and would act radically different to how she acted normally when she was in a car. Whether she was driving or a passenger, different reactions for each. But clearly PTSD trauma reactions all the fucking way. Also, her knee would her I think her right knee would slip out of joint sometimes and she'd literally have to whack it like back into place and it was incredibly painful as well as dangerous and they could have fixed it. She could have had a very simple surgery when she was 21 to fix it, but because she could never confront the car accident and what it caused, like the trauma it caused her, she never got any help. By the way, she never went to therapy, got counseling, any of it. She never had any help at all because my family didn't believe in that. Oh no, you don't go to therapy or admit that you have issues or that anything has an effect on you ever that you might need help with. And so even at the age of like 50, she had never had surgery to correct the knee problem and it would still happen. She nearly dropped her third child down the stairs, which scared the fuck out of her because he was afraid of the stairs. He was afraid to go up and down stairs when he was like learning to walk. And so he got carried up and down the stairs, but her knee slipped out of joint and she nearly fell down the stairs holding him, which scared the hell out of her so much that she stopped picking up her child. And he was a very like he was a mama's boy back then. He was 2.5. And he wanted to always be in mommy's arms, mommy cuddle me, mommy carry me all the time. And all of a sudden she just stopped. Just stopped picking him up, stopped cuddling him. Like, what do you think that did to the child? And all because she never dealt with her issues from a car accident that happened decades before he was born. Like, generational trauma is a thing. And it doesn't matter how long ago something was. Like, not everything like fades with time. My exhaustion catches up with me. Several sleepless nights plagued with nightmares have taken their toll. I'm tired. I want to stop thinking. She's my dream catcher, literally. I never had nightmares when she was sleeping beside me. There are drugs that will do that. Leaning back, I close my eyes, saying nothing, because I have nothing more to say. I listen to the music, and when it's finished, to her soft, even breathing. She's asleep. She's wary, like me. I realize I can't spend the night with her. She'll get no sleep if I do. I hold her, enjoying her weight on me. Honored that she can sleep on me. Okay, so she's just randomly fallen asleep on top of. Seriously, what did you put in the wine? I said that he roofied her, and now we have proof because she's just randomly fallen asleep on top of him when she has no reason to be that tired at all. I can't help my self satisfied grin. I've done it. I've won her back. No, you didn't. Now all I have to do is keep her, which will be challenging enough. Well, once you get the bodyguards to spy on her and limit her every move and basically lock her down in your apartment, not so hard. My first ever vanilla relationship. Who would have thought? Closing my eyes, I imagine the look on Elena's face when I tell her. She'll have plenty to say. She always has. Oh, yes, how am I going to tell my abusive ex? Now we're in another flashback. I can tell by the way you're standing that you have something to tell me. I dare a quick peek at Elena as her scarlet lips curl into a smile and she crosses her arms, flogger in hand. Yes, ma'am. You may speak. I have a place at Harvard. Oh, this must be when they broke up. Her eyes flash. Ma'am, I add quickly, and she stares down at my toes. I see. She walks around me as I stand naked in her basement. The chill spring air caresses my skin, but it's the anticipation of what's to come that makes each of my hair follicles stand on end. That and the smell of her expensive perfume. My body begins to respond. She laughs. Control, she snaps, and the flogger bites across my thigh. And I try, really try, to bring my body to heel. Though perhaps you should be rewarded for good behavior. She purrs, and she hits me again, across my chest this time. But soft, more playful. It's quite the achievement to get into Harvard, my dear, dear pet. The flogger flies again, stinging my ass, and my legs quiver in response. Hold still, she warns, and I stand straight, waiting for the next blow. So you'll leave me, she whispers, and the flogger strikes my back. My eyes spring open, and I glance at her in alarm. No, never. Eyes down, she commands, and I stare at my feet as panic overwhelms me. You'll leave me and find some young college girl. No, no. She grabs my face, her nails biting into my skin. You will. Her ice blue eyes burn into mine, scarlet lips twisted in a snarl. Never, ma'am. She laughs and pushes me away, raises her hand, but the blow never comes. When I open my eyes, Anna stands before me. She caresses my cheek and smiles. I love you, she says. Now he's having active hallucinations. We can also see how manipulative Elena was, and like he learned it from somewhere. It's not all natural. But seriously, if Elena was that, if he's old enough to go to Harvard, like then he's 19, like or 20. If he's leaving for college, why didn't she just make him marry her back then? Like, do we think he wouldn't have done it, and then they could have kept it secret if they need to? I wake, momentarily disoriented, my heart thudding like a klaxon, and I don't know if it's fear or excitement. I'm in the back of this Q7. I'm gonna have to look up what kind of car this is. I just want to see what it looks like. And Anna's curled up asleep in my lap. Oh, she's a kitty. Anna, she's mine once more. And for a moment I feel giddy. A stupid grin splits my face and I shake my head. Have I ever felt like this? I'm excited for the future. I'm excited to see where our relationship will go. What new things we'll try. There's so many possibilities. I kiss her hair and rest my chin on her head. When I glance out of the window, I notice we've reached Seattle. Taylor's eyes meet mine in the rearview mirror. Are we heading to Escala, sir? No, Miss Steele's. The corners of his eyes crinkle. Excuse me, we'll be there in 5 minutes, he says. Excuse me. Whoa, we're nearly home. Thank you, Taylor. I've slept longer than I thought possible in the back of a car. Hey, back of a car is a great place for a nap. I wonder what time it is, and I don't want to move my arm to check my watch. As I'm holding her, I gaze down at my sleeping beauty. I wonder. Her lips are gently parted, her dark lashes fanned out, shadowing her face. And I remember watching her sleep at the Heathman that first time. She looked so peaceful then. She looks peaceful now, and I'm reluctant to disturb her. Wake up, baby. I kiss her hair. Her eyelashes flutter and she opens her eyes. Hey, I murmur in greeting. Sorry, she mumbles as she sits up. I could watch you sleep forever, Anna. No need to apologize. Did I say anything? She looks worried. No, I reassure her. We're nearly at your place, because she now knows that he takes things she says in her sleep as literal and binding. We're not going to yours? She sounds surprised. No. She sits up straight and glares at me. Why not? Because you have work tomorrow. Oh. Her pout says all I need to know about her disappointment, and I want to laugh out loud. Why, did you have something in mind? I tease her. She squirms in my lap. Oh, ow. Apparently her squirming on his lap is ow. What the fuck? I still her with my hands. Well, maybe, she says, looking anywhere but at me and sounding a little shy, and I can't help my laugh. She's courageous in so many ways and yet still so coy in others. And as I watch her, I realize that I've got to get her to open up about sex. Okay, dude, until she met you like 3 weeks ago, she'd never had sex. So there's not a whole lot to tell. If we're going to be honest with each other, she has to tell me how she feels. She's still working that out, and it's going to take a long time. Tell me what she needs, and I want her to be confident enough to just express her desires. All of them. Yeah, when they start happening in a couple of years, she'll let you know. Anastasia, I'm not going to touch you again. Not until you beg me to. Here we go. Here we go with the manipulative crap. Yes, I want you back. And you like the kinky fuckery, but I'm not going to do it until you literally beg me. Now he's Khan from Space Seed when he's blatantly abusing Marla MacGyver's, which that is the low point of that episode. The episode's amazing and deserved the movie. The movie's amazing. But when Khan is like literally manipulating and abusing Marla MacGyver's in his quarters, and he literally throws her on the ground. Like I heard recently that like they re-released OG Star Trek, but they like censored it for Gen Z. How in the fuck did they do that episode? What is it, like 13 minutes long? Is she cut out of it entirely? Because Khan is an abusive asshole to her the whole time. Very, very much the whole time. Like he literally throws her on the ground and then he crushes her hands painfully. She's visibly in pain and forces her onto her knees and makes her beg to just stay in his presence. And even though she's met him like 5 hours before this, she's just so overcome and beguiled by him that she can't resist and literally begs not to be thrown out of his quarters. And like, I'm kind of glad they killed her off in the movie. Though also not, because it would have been interesting to see what had happened to her, because I had theories that because she is not a genetically enhanced person like him, that eventually he would have taken a second wife of one of the genetically enhanced females, because he's seen kind of flirting with one when they're all waking up on the ship, and that she basically would have been usurped and like put into like a servant role, like Cinderella a little bit. And I would have liked to have seen that, and maybe like in the movie when she is encountering Captain Kirk again and Starfleet, she secretly like tells them, "Oh, I made such a mistake going off with him. I couldn't have predicted how I would be mistreated and abused and thrown aside, and like I'm not as strong or as smart as any of these people, and they constantly abuse." Like Alexander in Plato's Stepchildren, like she was treated like Alexander by them, and then she like is secretly like conspiring with Kirk to like take her back into Starfleet basically, or just take her back to Earth and let her live the rest of her life in peace basically. That could be good, and that her betrayal of Khan is what leads to his ultimate destruction. That would have been good. I think that would have been very good in the movie if they could have done that. Like she gives them like the shield frequency or something so that Kirk can destroy Khan's ship and beam her off at the last second. And you could even say like the beam out plan doesn't work and she's like tragically killed or something. That would be lame, but you could do it. It would win audiences. You'd feel sorry for her. And you never have to explain what happens to her character if you kill her off, but it could have worked. Not that the movie isn't great. Wrath of Khan is a really good movie. Thank you for the chart, Nightwolf. I will try to understand it when I have time to look. What? She sounds a little upset. So that you'll start communicating with me. Yeah, forcing her to beg. That's making her communicate. Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. Fucking asshole. Next time we make love, you're going to have to tell me exactly what you want in fine detail. That will give you something to think about, Miss Steele. I lift her off my lap when Taylor pulls up to the curb beside her apartment. I climb out of the car and walk to her door and open it for her. She looks sleepy and adorable as she struggles out of the car. Oh, by the way, Nightwolf, you are so not off the hook for that Star Trek trivia showdown we are definitely going to have. I believe it was TNG, Voyager, and DS9. Like I said, time and place, find a moderator, we will go. Because I am that awesome and I want to prove it. I was actually trying to think, like, who do we know that knows Star Trek trivia, like, to an insanely high level? Because obviously we need a third party to do the questions, because neither of us can know what they are. Though, I do know from a reliable source that back in the day, and this would have been back in probably the early 90s, and I haven't looked for this yet, but there was a Star Trek trivia game. It may have only been Star Trek TNG because that was the big one at the time. I'm not sure if it was only TNG, but it was like a board game of Star Trek trivia, possibly just TNG. I'm not sure. TNG and the OG would have been the only two at the time. So I think it was probably a TNG game that came out that was basically like Star Trek version of Trivial Pursuit. So it had like boxes of the cards with all the questions. That would be helpful. But again, we need a third party to do that because neither of us can have access to the questions. But I heard it was I've seen it. It is real. Like I'm not saying I heard about this and I don't know if it exists. I'm not sure how easy or hard it would be to get a copy. I'm sure eBay it's out there, but I don't know if it's like one of those things that's $3 because nobody wants it, or it's $300 because everybody wants it. But something to think about. But if you can think of somebody who could be our moderator for that and ask the questions, that would be great. Because I really do want to do that. Like I'm not playing. I want to do it, and I will do it. Win, lose, or draw, I will do it. And enjoy myself greatly. I have something for you. This is it. Will she accept my gift? This is the final stage of my campaign to win her back. You've already won her back. Just shove it at her like you do everything else. I know what I said. Opening the trunk, I grabbed the gift box that contains her Mac, her phone, and an iPad. I'm sure the car will be delivered tomorrow. She looks from the box to me with suspicion. Open it when you get inside. You're not coming in? No, Anastasia. As much as I'd like to, we both need sleep. So when will I see you? Tomorrow? My boss wants me to go for a drink with him tomorrow. This is when he just have her boss assassinated. He's already buying the company. She doesn't know it yet, but he was buying it before she was hired. Like, come on. What the hell does that fucker want? I must chase Welch for his report on Hyde. Okay, seriously, just because the boss asks her out for a drink doesn't mean that he's romantically interested. It could just be like a work social thing. It's a very, very small company. Like 12 people work there. Like, but of course, he assumes that every guy on the planet is hitting on her. He really, really, really does. It's on my hand. No, lipstick. I think just ketchup. Seriously, do I have blood on me from somewhere? Oops. Okay. It's fine. It'll be fine. It's nothing. There's something off about him that isn't reflected in his employee records. I don't trust him one bit. Does he now? I try to sound nonchalant. To celebrate my first week, she adds quickly. See, when you're having to justify going out with other people, and I mean people, to anyone, get away from the person you're justifying it to. Where? I don't know. I could pick you up from there. Okay, I'll email or text you. Good. See how he finds a way to like involve himself when he should not? We walk to the lobby door together and I watch, amused, as she rummages in her purse for her keys. She unlocks the door and turns to say goodbye, and I can't resist her any longer. Leaning down, I cup her chin in my fingers. I want to kiss her hard, but I hold back and trace soft kisses from her temple to her mouth. She moans, and the sweet sound travels straight to my cock because he has no other avenue. Until tomorrow, I say, failing to keep the desire out of my voice. Yeah, let's just rev her up one more fucking time because I fucking can. Because I'm that much of a goddamn douchebag. Good night, Christian, she whispers, and her longing echoes my own. Oh, baby, tomorrow. Not now. In you go, I order, and it's one of the hardest things I've ever done. Letting her leave knowing she's mine for the taking! Dude! No, she's not yours for the taking. She's agreed to date you, you motherfucking asshole. He's already planning the wedding and her funeral. My body ignores my noble gesture and stiffens in anticipation. He's had like 5 erections in an hour. I still want to know if a quote painful erection is an actual thing or if it's just made up for literature, because I'm not convinced it's an actual thing. I shake my head as amazed as ever by my lust for Anna. Yeah, it's lust. Get a prostitute that looks like her and wear it out. You'll be over it. Laters, baby. Oh, God. I call after her and turning towards the street, I head to the car, determined not to look back. Once I'm inside the car, I allow myself to look. She's still there, standing on the doorstep, watching me. Because that's not pathetic if you're over the age of like 14. Good. See, that's what he wants. Go to bed, Anna. I will her. As if she hears me, she closes the door, and Taylor starts the car to head home to Escala. I lean back in my seat. What a difference a day makes. I grin. She's mine once more. No. I imagine her in her apartment opening the box. Will she be pissed, or will she be delighted? She'll be pissed. She never took kindly to gifts. Shit. Was it a step too far? Taylor heads to the garage at Escala and we pull into the vacant parking space next to Anna's A3. Taylor, I need you to deliver Miss Steele's Audi to her place tomorrow. Called it, 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 called it. I said it, give her the car tomorrow. I said it. I hope she will accept the car too. Yes, Mr. Gray. How about you transfer the title into her name? How about you do that? I don't know if he can register it in her name, but he can transfer the title. Like, that makes it hers, and if she wants to give it away or sell it or let it rust in a garage. It's up to her. But how about you transfer the fucking title to her name? I leave him in the garage doing whatever he does and head for the elevator. Once inside, I check my phone to see if she has anything to say about the gifts. Just as the elevator doors open and I step into my apartment, there's an email. Here we go with the emails. From Anastasia Steele, subject iPad. You made me cry again. I love the iPad. I love the songs. I love the British Library app. By the way, if a British Library app is a real thing, somebody send me a link because I need this. I love you. Thank you. Good night, Anna XX. I grin at the screen. Happy tears. Great. She loves it. She loves me. This is not an appropriate response. End of chapter. Oh, lost my wrist guard. Okay, I'm very, very tempted to end it here and end early, and I just might. Because we got to the end of the chapter, even though it took like an hour longer than it should have, and we've covered a lot of things tonight. There was a lot of bullshit. My face is bleeding. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna be lazy. We're gonna end it here tonight. I'm sorry. We're ending it here. We have just hit the 47 page mark. The next chapter appears to be a bunch of emails. Oh yeah. Oh god. Oh god. There's like 10 page. Oh, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 pages of emails. Okay. So those don't count as real pages because they're like one line out of so many. But here are my closing thoughts for the evening. And at least we're stopping at an actual chapter point. That will probably never happen again. Here are my thoughts. If you are watching this later and would like to leave some things in the comments, one, do you think Nightwolf should have a Star Trek trivia battle showdown on a live stream with me, and would you like to watch it? Two, what do you think of my alternate version of Wrath of Khan movie? Three, what do you think of my alternate version for the end of this book or series? End of the series, which again I am going to clip. I'm not sure how yet, but I will clip. If I have to upload it separately as its own separate like theory vid, I will. And I'll put the link in the book club Discord. But what do we think of that? And give a shout out to the ducks. Anyone in the comments, please give a shout out to the ducks because they deserve it. You know, they're tiny and they're not that vocal, but they're adorable, and I love them. I've come to love the ducks quite a lot. In case you haven't noticed, they've grown on me. I've come to love them a lot. I need to buy more ducks. The problem is I don't want 50 of the same duck, and like I bought these in one of those like you get 25 ducks for like $14 grab bag, but it's random. And like even though there's 150 listings, they overlap a lot and share a lot of the same ducks. And I don't like duplicates, but what I was thinking, if I can't do better, and I do have to get another like random 25 grab bag to keep the ducks going, which I will, what I could do is paint them. I could paint them. If I get an identical duck, I can paint it. I have some painting skills. I'm a creative person. I don't know how well paint would last on the material that they're made out of. But as long as you don't touch it too much, I think it could be okay. And then we could just have different versions. We could like it's like reskinning. You know, you put skins on things, or like, you know, like cell phone covers. We could do that. You know, I can repaint them into different things. Like let's take Paddington. Let's take good old Paddington here. If I got I didn't drop it. If I got a second Paddington, I can paint him into like a polar bear, and then we have polar bear duck that we didn't have before. You know, we can do things like that. So that's kind of my workaround There are glitter ducks that I really want. There's also the problem is there's like sets of ducks. Like there's a 4 set of witch ducks that I really, really want, but it's stupid expensive and it's for only 4, so it's absolutely no. Um, but things like that, if I can work them out, and that's something I'm going to be doing over the next month, is trying to get um, more ducks to continue things and not build a more stable duck stage. I'm not abandoning this, but I need to be able to stabilize it um, and expand it. Because what I'm going to do is possibly when we get more ducks and the last 2 spots are filled by the 2 that are still in the bag and very lonely, and I'm very sad they didn't get to get out of the bag tonight. That hurts me. I'm going to add like a second tier over here, and we're going to start to curve it. So we'll have the same number of shelves, but instead of going higher, we'll just go sideways. And I'll move this over a little more, but not to the point where it falls off. And then we'll have the second one over here so you can see everybody. So that's the plan in terms of the ducks. Um, yeah. So that's that. Hopefully that works out. I'm gonna have to find some more boxes because I don't have any. But we'll work on it. It's a work in progress. Everything's a work in progress, including me. We're all works in progress. Nobody's perfect. But that has been Book Club for this evening. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for being here, and thank you for all your comments. You are wonderful, especially for Snickety, Nightwolf, and I'm surprised we didn't see Seth Hell tonight. I miss him so much. I'm going to send him a note saying I miss him. And we had many, 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 many appearances by the puppy. He has finally, by the way, he is under his puppy bed curl. He finally passed out. It's like when it takes 3 hours to put your toddler to sleep and they finally go to sleep, dear God. But I'll see you all next week. We'll get deeper into this. This was dense tonight. As much as it was horrible, it was dense. And so I'm just burned out. I'm sorry. Uh, but thank you, everyone. Thank you for including the kitty. He gets ignored so much because he doesn't like to be on screen and he despises being picked up. He sees no reason his paws should ever leave the ground. And he always looks at you like, what the hell are you doing picking me up? Who in the hell do you think you are? I am Kitty. Thank you for including him. That's very sweet of you. But everyone, have a good night. Happy hockey playoffs. Happy Victoria Day weekend. And I will see you all next week. Thank you for being here. Please come back with fervor and pictures of ducks. Until next week, this has been Bad Erotica Book Club. I have been Insane Lane, as well as a Canadian Girl. Please check out my body cam channel called Canadian Girl Reacts. And I will see everyone next week. Bye bye.